Gentlemen, welcome to the first session of Season 3 of Late Afternoon Gaming.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Proud to be here.
It's good to be back. We've been...
We'll do one episode, and then, a couple months from now, we'll probably do another one.
Yeah, maybe. Or Duncan and I will just do, 13 million Revelations episodes instead. So today we're going to be playing D&D. We will one day finish the Demons of Downtime. Or maybe not. Maybe it has no end. I don't know. We'll probably play some more games within that world as well, but this is a separate story that has nothing to do with any of that. So kind of going with the theme of what we've been talking about in the transition to Season 3 is that the overall plan is we're going to be doing more standalone stuff. Sessions that don't really have much to do with each other. And hopefully that, one, is it's easier to manage, certainly, and perhaps more palatable to folks who don't want to listen to like a 100 episode season or something like that. Just doing a lot of one-shots or two-shots or something short like that. But without further ado, we'll go ahead and we'll get started. So the two of you, Chopper and Jack, your characters, Nola and Brick, respectively, had a pretty wild night in the port of unending suffering and misery. You don't remember much of it. It started at a tavern. There was nudity involved at some point. There was a jail. And this morning, you found yourself getting carted off to the Smiling City, the capital of the Land of Plenty. People were being pretty tight-lipped about the whole thing, but you got the impression that whatever went on last night is not good, and you're about to get some comeuppance. Doesn't take too long before the cart arrives to a large crowd, though they seem relatively hushed. You find yourself standing in front of a regal castle with a man standing. A regal-looking man standing atop the battlements, looking down at you scornfully. I'll show you an image.
Oh, wow.
Pretty
good. It's a big scroll.
Quite a scroll, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm writing some... Well,
Longest.
I guess if he's showing the people.
Well, he's not. They had to reuse this scroll. I will post images of the map and the images I'm showing on the YouTube video for anyone who wants to see.
The map is fantastic. I had forgotten about how stupid it is.
But you're standing there, and looking down at your wrists, you can see that what they've shackled you with, it's these glowing shackles. They're glowing purple. And you realize that these are the fabled plot shackles that you've heard of before, that prevent you from doing anything. They prevent you from escaping, really, or harming the people who put them on you. And you know that there's no way to get around that, period. End of story.
Uh-huh. Thank you. Thank you, DM.
Yeah, so, that's... just your character knows that, and so I just wanted to make sure that the players share in that knowledge. So this regal-looking guy, you know him to be Duke Merrick of Castle Glad, Lord of the Land of Plenty. As he looks scornfully upon you, what does he see? Let's start with new arrival to the podcast, Chopper.
He sees level 11 human wizard Nola Carpenter, who, as a portrait, looks somewhat devious. Dark hair, a goatee, a twinkle in his eye, but not a positive-looking one. Looks like he's got some sort of nefarious thoughts. Or he's just very hungover from the incident the night before.
Or both.
Possibly
Jack.
both.
So, looking at the graceful form of a werewolf, he sees Brick Pimento, dressed in warlock robes, got a really cool looking staff, which I guess I probably am not holding if my hands are shackled.
No, you're disarmed at the moment.
Yeah, but it's there somewhere. Got a bunch of rings on, pretty blinged up, and he's a werewolf, so you kind of expect him to be very bestial and feral, but not really the case. He looks very civilized, very calm, but he has even bigger fangs than you might expect from a werewolf, and he does not seem super thrilled about being out in the sun.
And why would that be the case?
Oh, I mean, could be any number of things.
That's true. Yeah, he's probably just like a basement dweller, kind of weirdo guy. Just doesn't get out much. Yeah, that makes sense.
Do werewolves sweat? Because wolves don't sweat.
They would pant.
They would just pant. Yeah, he's panting. He's panting up a storm because in addition to all of his fur, he's also wearing clothes.
Yeah,
he could be having heat stroke right now.
True.
Might
You
need
see
to
him
roll.
occasionally shift into human form just so that he can like wipe himself down because he sweats a bit there, and then he shifts back into like wolf man.
the plot shackles actually prevent you from doing that.
Oh, okay. So he looks distressed about the and anything that the king tries to say, he's not hearing it because he's too busy like slowly dying.
Well, he better listen up because the Duke is making a regal proclamation about your actions. And as a note, normally I write like, very silly scripted things. I just didn't feel like it this time, so I didn't do that.
Okay.
But he looks down upon you, and he's got this large scroll in front of him that seems to list a number of the depravities that the two of you got up to last night. And he starts reading them off. And he says, "People of the land of plenty, hear me now." I also didn't pick a voice beforehand, so that's all I got.
Okay.
The two miscreants you see before you stand accused of... And he lists off basically every crime that you can think of short of murder.
Okay.
And
At least we didn't do that.
He goes into this account of all this stuff that you can't remember, and you have no way of proving whether this happened or not. Although a couple things stick out to you of like, oh, wait, when he says it, you're like, oh, yeah, no, I'm getting a flash of that. Like, oh, did we actually do that? It seems like it's more crime than one night could possibly contain, and yet it's all there on the scroll, so it must be true.
By the way, and I guess this is something we can just decide right now. Are we just like, we happened to be doing a bunch of stuff and happened to get brought together, or are we buddies? Like, do we know each other? Let's say we do.
That's the good thing about a night drinking. You can become fast friends quickly and get into a lot of trouble. So.
Yeah, sure. We met last night and really bonded over the drinks we were having, and then it led to all this.
And I wake up,
and you
I'm
found
like,
out you were both level 11, and that was really cool.
Like, wow, yeah.
I'm gonna imagine that I leveled up a few times last night, and I'm somewhat shamefully surprised.
I was level 4 last night.
Yeah, impressive.
What did we do?
Especially for a wizard, because normally that involves like studying, but not you.
Well, there's an art to studying drunk, sometimes.
Yeah, nothing helps studying more than losing your memory of the night.
Yeah, for sure. But the Duke finally gets done with the list after what seems like an hour, but it's more like 5 minutes, but that's still a really long time to just be listing off crimes. And at the end of it, he like pauses, looks up dramatically, and says, "And public indecency." And then there's like this loud gasp from the crowd. There were some murmurs beforehand when he was talking about like arson and theft and kidnapping and
grand larceny.
Yeah, all that stuff. And then he says public indecency, and there's like a gasp and then silence. And he gives like a knowing nod and says, "Yes, the most heinous of all crimes in the land of plenty." And
I'm sorry, my lord, he's a werewolf. I didn't
silence.
think I wear clothes.
He screams as soon as you say anything at all. Says, "It is not for you to speak now. I am not even done reading your sentence." And you can feel the plot shackles, like burning.
Oh no!
Because you've angered the Duke. The
plot shackles.
So I even in my Word document it's plot shackles TM.
Good.
So he says, "Now, my many viziers and czars and advisors and mistresses have all informed me of the history of people in this land who have done crimes such as this and what we normally do to them." And he points to a gallows that are artfully erected very close to where you are right now.
Cool. You see Eisen hanging there.
Right.
Oh.
And he says, however, in this plentiful year in the land of plenty, it seems that mercy is possibly best called for. So I have decided, being just and merciful as I am, that I will instead assign you 3 labors that you must do in penance. Complete
Fantastic.
these, and you will be free to leave this land and never return.
How? What's the? I guess I would probably already know this, but like what? When you leave, where do you end up? What else is? What's around the land of plenty?
Not much.
Just like wastelands.
Yeah, the empty wastes. Stuff like that.
Are any of the labors coincidentally outside of the land of plenty, to where we could just sort of leave while we're doing them?
You'll find out surely if you simply listen to him reading off the labors.
Yeah, we start having this side conversation while he's talking.
Yeah, the plot shackles do 13,000 damage to you.
Perfect. All right, session over. It just burn to a crisp, fade away.
So, having decreed that you will have these labors, the Duke nods to his side, and then he exits the stage. The crowd is all murmuring, waiting to hear his herald tell you what the first labor will be. And so this little halfling guy comes up, and he can barely see over the crenellations. But he goes, "Ahem! Your first labor. The orchards of Sweet Valley have yielded no apples this year. Put an end to this mystery." And then he walks off before you can ask any clarifying questions.
Okay. Excellent.
You feel the plot shackles, like the chain that goes between them magically disappears. So now you have 2 plot bracelets on, and this burly looking guard comes up and hands you back your equipment.
Okay. Is there someone? Well, okay.
I put on my elven chain and feel, wow, I think I boosted a full armor class up there. Feel pretty good.
Wow,
Also,
that's
it's
pretty cool.
very stylish.
Okay, how do you think we should start this? I've never been there.
Well, I saw a documentary once that some plants and
I was
trees.
watching Netflix earlier.
I mean, a written documentary.
A document.
Okay, yeah,
A document. I read a document once that some trees actually need to be burnt down to grow back the next year and produce fruit. So,
so
we may want to burn the whole orchard
Isn't
down.
that more common with pine cones that open with heat than apple trees?
Well, I didn't. I think it may have been pine cones in the document. So that's a good point. It may not have been apples.
Well,
Otherwise, I have no idea about apples. Or
I guess
really
let's get walking, because it's gonna be a bit. I'm looking at my map. It looks like it's maybe like 10 miles from here.
yeah,
Get to
we better go.
It's about 10 miles
not
to
that
get
bad.
to get from the Smiling City where you're at. Now you're on the south side, so you're gonna have to cross the bridge first. But
Oh, okay, cool.
but you
Smiling City.
to get to Peach and Plum, which are the twin cities of the Sweet Valley. It's about 10 miles.
Oh, it's all the way up there. Okay, gotcha. I didn't know if it was like in the middle of the valley. Okay, even in that case, it might actually be more. It's like, yeah,
No,
whatever.
it's about 10.
Yeah. So we gotta head west towards the port of unending suffering and misery. But then we'll hang a right to get to Peach and Plum. Sounds good. All right. So do we have like anything to our name other than the stuff that we are carrying with us?
You've got
Do we
your
have, like-
clothes back, and you've gotten your weapons and armaments or whatever.
But we
but
don't
then
have
that's
like
it.
a cart or anything.
There's no plot transportation like there is
Okay.
plot bracelet.
Yeah, no, there's
Alright.
no. You are not aware of any obvious way that you can convey yourselves very quickly that you already own.
How much does Nora or Nola or whatever weigh?
Normal human weight, so
Okay, so
I'd
hold
guess
on.
160,
I might have a
170.
good solution here.
This is the America of this world though, so whatever average is, add 50%.
okay, yeah.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I think this is a really good idea. In the middle of this square with all the people, Brick says, "Hop on," and turns into a big wolf. Just kind of looks at you.
Why not?
Yeah.
I'm
Just
on.
looks at you. Yeah. So you're on? Perfect. I take off.
You're riding like
what I
Midna.
imagine. Yeah, what I imagine is a very uncomfortable full tilt for you but we're moving.
Yeah,
imagine-
this shocks and dismays a lot of people, but there's technically nothing illegal about it.
Even if it was, it's not like
As
oh
long
no,
as
we
he's
committed
clothed.
a crime.
Yeah, well, I mean, they might tag on another labor. Who knows?
Yeah, 17 additional labors. No, so we're ripping through town.
Yeah. So doing that, it doesn't take that long. Like, if people were able to know that there was a giant wolf bounding towards them, like minutes in advance, then someone might have tried to mount a defense, but that's not feasible, given the communication system in the Land of Plenty, and more specifically the Smiling City. So you're able to bound across the western bridge, and taking a left there, you're able to head out of town along the river road to get to the Sweet Valley. It's a beautiful time of year. It's end of summer, near autumn, and the temperature it's not quite hot. It's pleasantly warm, although it is early in the morning right now, so it might heat up later. The river, which I seem to have not named, is very pretty, and there are it's actually an ancient canal that's been so worn down that it now looks natural, but it actually wasn't. But there's still riverboats going by, being towed by like mules on the side of the road to bring goods up from the sighing sea in the port of unending suffering and misery up to the Smiling City. People give you a wide berth on the river road because you're a giant wolf and it's very scary. So yeah, I mean, within I don't know, easily within an hour, you're able to get, pretty
Wolf
close
running
to...
speed. 31 to 37 miles an hour. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but that's probably like the sprinting speed.
Yeah,
And
So-
you do have a person on your back.
Right.
that's true. Wolves will travel for long distances by trotting at about 5 miles an hour. Okay, so we're going at a nice, economical lope here.
Yeah. Okay, then it takes you 2 hours. As the sun climbs high in the sky, you are reaching Plum, the eastern of the two cities, Peach and Plum, of the Sweet Valley. As you approached, you saw that there's a broad variety of fruit being grown here. A lot of vineyards, a lot of stuff. You did not see any orchards close to the road, but you're confident they're around here somewhere. But in which direction, you're not sure.
Okay. Is there an obvious, like a manor that has somebody who's in charge of the city, or even just any kind of official building, like a police station?
There are lots of smaller buildings, but yeah, you can see as you get more elevated as you walk in, you can see that there's a villa that looks like it is sitting, at the top. That looks very nice. So if you're looking for someone in charge,
Yeah.
that's probably a good place to go.
We'll head that way.
Okay. Yeah. So, are you still in wolf form, or are you?
Oh yeah. I'll change back to my hybrid form once I need to talk to somebody, because I
Okay.
don't think I can talk when I'm a wolf.
Especially
no,
not
generally
to...
speaking, wolves don't talk.
Yeah.
Also, especially to the villa of the town. I mean, they probably don't want to see that.
Yeah. So
Well,
you're running.
It's going to
You're
be
running
disturbing
through
no matter what.
They
through
would be
town as a
disturbed,
wolf, though, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we're trotting through town.
Well, sure, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, people are screaming and running for sure. And by the time you get to the manor, word does seem to have reached. Like bells start ringing. Because normally wolves, they're not really native to here, and if when loud noises start happening, they run away. If they're alone, like you are. But you didn't, and that scares people all the more. So by the time you approach the manor itself, there's a couple seasoned-looking guards who have shields and spears facing your direction.
Okay.
Whoa! Put those spears and swords down, please. We're not coming to hurt you. We're on a mission from the Duke.
The guards look like they are not they have no authority to make any decisions about this kind of thing. So they just cry like, halt! But then, someone in charge, takes a little more solid of a stance and says, instead of saying, halt, he says, halt, very firmly.
I roll onto my back and waggle my ears around while I expose my stomach to the guards.
Okay, yeah, one of them comes up and stabs you with his spear.
Okay. I take it stoically.
Why did you stab my friend? He meant you no harm, and also
Get
we're
back,
on
sir.
an official.
That's a dangerous animal. And he starts ushering you away.
I rode in with him, and we're on official labors from the Duke. You can't just stab him.
As the other guards are in a circle, also stabbing this wolf.
Don't stab him more than once.
The guard captain's like, wait, you're on orders from the Duke?
Yes, I tried to say that. If it's just stop stabbing for a second.
They have not stopped stabbing it. They're
as their weapons start kind of chipping away at the fur, you can see huge blisters from this vampire who's been walking in the sun all day.
Yeah, right.
If we're doing rules as written, I'm already dead because I've been taking 20 damage per turn. Every 6 seconds, I'm taking 20 damage.
Was that right?
Yeah, Vampire Lord. Sunlight hypersensitivity. You take 20 radiant damage when you start your turn in sunlight.
Yeah, we'll say you had a parasol installed on your wolf form or something. I don't know, whatever.
I was just carrying a parasol while he was riding.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's a good image.
Your passenger was protecting you from the sun.
It's a big parasol.
That could be the thumbnail for this episode.
And so as this is happening and the confusion mounts, you hear this kind of, I was going to say jorbly. That's not a word. But
jorbly? No, it is now.
Sort of a jorbly voice coming from the manor.
Can you describe jorbly? Now that you've used the word, I need further... can you use jorbly, a different word?
It's jolly and fat. You can tell whoever's saying it is fat. That's what jorbly means.
They have big jowls.
Yeah. Well, not really jowls, but
they're
big
jolly.
cheeks for sure. But it goes, stop, I say, stop. And you look towards the manor and you see that there's a, not quite like Xerxes level, but it's a palanquin. That's what you call it, right? Like the thing people carrying a seat for you.
Yeah, I have no idea how it's pronounced, but yeah, right. I know what you're talking about.
So anyway, yeah, we're just gonna call it a palanquin because I think that's what it's called. There's 8 struggling men who are carrying this. It's almost more like a couch than a chair, but that's how wide it needs to be to carry this singular man. He's got
wood, creaking and bending.
Right, it's these solid steel bars.
He's just sitting on an I-beam and it's groaning under stress.
Those are what's holding up this clearly very sturdy sofa that he's on, but the whole thing is groaning and creaking. Even that is not enough, and this thing looks like it could hold up a whole city, right? But this man is so unbelievably corpulent that it beggars belief. You can't believe your eyes. But he says, I do believe that these are the men sent by the Duke. Is that who you are?
I turn into my hybrid form from the ground, covered in blood, I say, oh, yes.
Your arrival is most timely, for you see, none of the apples have been growing this year.
Well, we would have loved to help you, but my partner here is unfortunately been stabbed by your
He looks fine, what do you mean?
I roll into, the shade a bit, and very quickly, and become completely fine.
Yeah,
and act like it's not a big deal.
As this man approaches, he's so big that he does blot out the sun.
So I can put my parasol down temporarily.
Yeah, you can put that away. It's just no, he looks fine.
I forgot what voice I was doing. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Yes, indeed. And what are your names?
My name's Brick.
I'm Nola.
Brick pimento.
Brick pimento and pimento. And he starts salivating.
Yeah,
That's a kind of cheese, I believe.
I think that's true. I think that's correct, yeah.
My name is Nola Carpenter, and I could frankly not create any type of wood structure that could hold you up like that steel couch. So it's quite the impressive
More
device.
the pity. I keep destroying my porch.
Might want to make that out of steel.
On.
Also,
What was that?
you may want to make that out of steel as well.
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, before we get to that,
It's got like adamantite support structures in his house just to like. It's
Right.
the most expensive house you'll ever see.
right. But besides all that, the apples, they aren't growing. You're supposed to help with that, yes?
You done anything like different this year? Or?
No, not at all. Not that I'm aware of. I mean, we made the orchards grow with each year, but beyond that, nothing different.
Where's it at?
It's on the other side of the bridge, west of Peach. Those are my orchards. I own most of the orchards here, you see.
Okay, sounds good.
Who owns the other orchards?
I don't know. People, I suppose. One must guess.
We're gonna go take a look. If you could figure out who owns the other ones, because maybe there's like foul play, you know.
Yeah, I bet if your orchards failed,
No.
they'd have a lot to gain.
Paris, no one would dare. No one would dare do anything against me and my orchards.
You'd be surprised. There's some pretty low-down people in this world.
Like who?
Oh,
I haven't met any, but I've heard about them.
Oh my. Well, perhaps I shall send a runner to go, yes, well. Anyway, please, help me. And the palanquin just, like, starts turning around and starts heading back to his house.
Yep, he just cracks. We'll be back in a bit. We'll go take a look.
Let's look at those apple trees.
Okay.
All right, so I guess I'll turn back into a wolf.
Great, yeah, that's good.
We're gonna cause as much chaos as we can as we're walking through. Well, here's what I'll do, because it says, and I guess this is up to you, but let me pull up the thing here. Changing form. You can choose to have equipment you are wearing either merge into your form or be dropped onto the ground, or you can wear certain equipment at the DM's discretion, such as circlets and robes. So what I'd like to do is turn into a giant wolf, but still have my robe on.
Sure, okay.
That way, it's I'm a special wolf, and
Yeah.
maybe people will be confused rather than frightened.
Basically,
yeah, whatever.
you become the wolf from Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, maybe this is more fun. I'll use my ring of invisibility, and I'll just be invisible, so you're riding on an invisible wolf. So it just looks like you're floating.
It's way more fun.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
I'll
great.
still hold my parasol, so I'll look like Mary Poppins.
So you cross over the bridge that spans between Peach and Plum to get to Peach, which is the western side. Funnily enough, they grow neither peaches nor plums here. They grow a wide variety of fruits, but not those. Because those are both stone fruit, and they're just not popular in the Land of Plenty for some reason. But as you get to the other side, Peach is a little smaller, and it slopes downward to the west, so you can see like this lush expanse of orchards and vineyards and all sorts of things that expand to your northwest and south. All until they stop by the Ribald Range. And yeah, but as you're looking at the orchards, most of the apple orchards, or rather, you're looking west, and you can see that like the area kind of to the west and then north of that. So that kind of 9 to noon on the map from Peach, it looks just like kind of gray. It looks like it's not doing well. And it occurs to you these might be the apple orchards that have apparently not been bearing fruit.
Well, that ain't great. I'm going to, I guess since we're there, I'll turn back into a hybrid, and I will use my Eldritch Sight. I can cast Detect Magic at will without expending a spell slot. I'm just going to kind of case the area, see if there's any magical effects going on.
Yeah, okay. So when you do that, you see. So you're in the orchard now.
I guess, yeah. Well, I'll get to the boundary between the healthy and unhealthy. Is it like a pretty clear line, or does it gradually get worse?
I mean, as soon as you get to the orchard, you can see that, like, the first tree you run into looks as dead as the one that you can see 100 feet away.
Okay. But there's not, like, on the ground, very sharp, like, the grass is green and then all of a sudden it turns gray kind of situation.
The grass doesn't look as unhealthy. It looks kind of dry, maybe, but yeah, no, it definitely doesn't look as dead, as
So it's
the
clear-
apple trees do.
So it's clear it's specific to the apple trees, as opposed to other foliage.
Perhaps that might be evident to you.
All right, I'll walk into the dead zone and then look around with my eldritch sight.
Yeah, when you do that, you can see these kind of like, there's almost like a heartbeat with veins going beneath the earth, and you see it like interacting with the roots of these trees, and you're not much of a botanist, or actually, give me a nature check.
I actually have a pretty good nature modifier.
Well, you can't see it, so.
Oh, I can't see it.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I don't know, it's groundwater.
It looks like there's something weird going on beneath the ground. It's like connecting all the trees, but can't really tell what it is.
I'm gonna go over there. I'd like to investigate.
Where are you going?
Where he is.
Okay.
Just looking at like one of the trees.
Yeah, well, I see that you're obviously looking at something and see that something is suspicious, and I want to make an investigation check if possible.
So what are you investigating? Like, what are you looking for?
Can I see this heartbeat like thing?
No.
Or that's
Unless
something
you, if you're using detect magic, yes. If you're not, then no.
I'd like to investigate just the bark of the tree.
Okay. Give me nature.
Oh, nature, sorry.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it almost feels like it's like petrified to you. It's like it's hard. It seems darker than it should be. And it feels like brittle. Like it's like chipping off in a way that you'd expect like a very old dead tree to do. But these trees look like they should be healthy and alive. Like the climate's great. You know that none of them are older than maybe like 50 years. Just by looking at them. So you're like, yeah, this isn't right. Something is wrong here.
Could I take my dagger and try to cut into the tree to learn more?
Yeah, I mean, how deep are you trying to go? You'll get like a millimeter deep with the dagger.
2 or 3 inch cut just to see does the inside.
That
of the
might
tree...
take a while.
Okay.
With a dagger. If you had like an axe or something, maybe.
Let me look through my extensive spell list here, see if I got anything helpful. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find a small tree that is outside the zone.
Okay.
Like a sapling or something. And use my my dummy thick arms and legs and crazy core strength. Just rip the thing out of the ground, and then I'm gonna carry it into the zone and just kind of shove it into the ground there and see what happens.
Okay, so you're replanting a tree, basically.
Yep, I'm taking something out of the healthy zone and putting it in the sick zone.
Okay.
Using mold earth as needed to facilitate this.
Yeah, if you're using mold earth, that's not hard. Yeah,
Best cantrip in the game.
No obvious immediate changes occur.
Do I, since I'm still magic visioning, does this network connect to that tree the moment I put it in?
No. It doesn't seem like it, but you have no idea how long this took. So
yeah, true. Okay. So let me see what information I'm even supposed to be able to get out of this with detect magic.
You get like the school of magic.
Yeah, I get the school. So what school of magic is this?
It's enchantment.
Well, that doesn't seem great. So I'm gonna, I guess, do a full circuit of this zone and just see if there's is it just contained here? Does it have like a line shooting out that we can follow? Are there any areas where it's different, or is it just kind of the same?
Yeah. So the more you look around, the more you see. I described it kind of as a heartbeat earlier, and it does seem like the flow of this whole thing is coming from the north, because you're kind of on the southern and eastern end of this rather large complex of orchards, and it seems like it's coming from the north.
Okay. I'll turn to Nola. Looks like there's something different about up north. I think we should head that way.
Let's go.
All right.
I don't see anything else we can
start
glean
walking.
here.
I'll stay hybridized, head on a swivel.
Yeah.
And when you say hybrid, what does that mean?
I'm like I don't even know if I have the ability to look full human, but I'm like, bipedal and have like functioning hands, but I'm still covered in fur.
Basically a very hairy person, if a person at all.
No, like very obviously a werewolf, but
So you're like half man, half wolf, half werewolf.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. So, as you're walking along, you feel like the effect is getting stronger as you look around. Your detect magic wears off because I think it's like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll just recast it. I can do it at will.
Okay. Then, you can see that the magic seems like it's getting stronger, and the effect that it's having on everything gets stronger as you go north as well. So, like, now the grass is, like, more dead. The trees look like someone put, like, a black and white filter on them. Like, they're
Okay.
It's like it's weird where they're like very dark, but they're not even brown anymore, like the bark. And you are thinking like, oh man, it must smell bad over here, but there's been no apples produced, so there's no rotting smell. It's just like quiet and empty.
Okay.
So if you keep walking, you will at some point hit the end of the orchard. Is there anything you're trying to do before you hit that?
No, well, I was just following the strengthening magic signal.
Yeah.
If
It's
we get
still
to the
getting
end
stronger.
Okay, then I'll keep walking.
Yeah. You eventually get to the end of the orchard, and there's like a stone wall. It's not very high, like waist high.
Oh.
And
So we can't go past that.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to find a way around. You're like Vogons. And beyond that, you see there's like it's a forest proper. There's a little bit of standoff. Like this seems like there's some work done to, keep the forest itself from encroaching on it. Maybe like 50 feet between the wall and where the forest starts. But the forest looks pretty much fine. But with your detect magic, you can see that the effect is still coming from within it.
All right, we're gonna keep going.
Okay. As you keep heading in, it starts getting a little damper, like the river that runs through the Sweet Valley, which I apparently have also not named. Oops.
That sounds like a good name for it.
The river that runs through the Sweet
riotous
Valley.
river.
The Sweet River.
Riotous, that's too boisterous. Let's see. The Salubrious Stream.
Oh, okay. Good.
But anyway, it's as you're getting farther north here, it's slanting upwards, as you go up this valley, and the water kind of collects from mountain runoff and all these other tributaries, and so it's getting a little it's turning a little not quite marshy, but certainly damper and like spongier as you walk on. This is very shallow, what you're saying, and you're kind of trudging through like this very shallow pond, and you see the ruins of an old tower. To your north, maybe like 100 feet away from you or so, you see standing in the ruins of this tower, which you can't see because of the way the walls work here. I should have done something. Oops.
I can see where it is though. It's like here.
Yeah. You see an angry looking druid fellow with glowing red eyes staring at you, and his pet bear. Because of course he's one of my NPCs, so of course he has a pet bear.
Yes, he has a pet bear. Yeah, as always. He doesn't have two.
He doesn't, or at least not that you can see.
I like his leaf cape though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So listeners, like I said, I'll supply these images on YouTube so that if you're curious what the players are looking at, you'll be able to see it.
I'm guessing this is all ChatGPT.
You're saying that you don't think I could draw this myself?
Well, no, I'm saying that these are custom enough that I don't think you searched them. I'm assuming
Yes.
it's a generation thing.
It is.
Okay.
So
It's gotten better. There's
no, it's pretty good.
They all have 5 fingers on each hand. I mean, that's a big improvement.
It's pretty good.
The hand thing's gotten that's been improving for a long time. But yeah, okay, cool.
Listeners, if you're curious, I use the Bing image generator typically.
Okay.
It's really good. Basically, it's just a really good wrapper that they put around DALL-E that makes it, instead of producing like garbage that you have to like, trying to use just DALL-E to produce the image of what you want can be very difficult, and you have to like do all these weird keywords. Bing just makes it really easy to get something that looks really good, particularly for this kind of thing. But anyway, so he's staring at you. He looks angry and old, but he's not making any moves as you approach. He's just staring at you.
Okay, I get like right up on him, like within a couple feet of him, and say,
Hey,
you fucking with that orchard?
who's asking?
Me.
Who are you?
I hold my hand out. I'm Brick.
Brick? Never heard of you.
Yeah, Rick the werewolf vampire. I think.
And realization dawns. He like slaps him. Does like a V8 slap on the forehead. Yeah. He's like, "No, I'm kidding. I've never heard of you."
Well, now that that's out of the way, you fucking with that orchard?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why?
They're encroaching on the forest. I've let them be for long enough. But they keep expanding year after year, and I'm getting sick of it. I want them to leave, and I want them to leave this land alone.
But it's just apples. What do you have against apples?
I have nothing against apples in particular, except they're not endemic to this land.
Oh, it's like an invasive species?
I mean, yes, it is invasive. I'm not sure that it's destructive, but I don't want to encourage this behavior. In fact, I want to deliberately discourage it.
I did notice that there are no peaches and plums in this area, even though 2 towns are named after them. Did you similarly destroy all the peaches and plums that used to be grown here?
No, they just don't like stone fruit here.
Oh, okay.
So,
ironically, that is actually endemic to this land.
Honestly, I'm on your side here. That's dumb.
Okay,
what if we made a compromise and we traded apples for peaches and plums?
There are no peaches and plums.
Well, I mean, we would just start growing them again and be like, yeah, I know you guys don't like the stone fruit, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
The problem isn't that. The problem is less that it's apples versus peaches and plums, which is a problem, but the bigger problem is that they are destroying the natural ecology in order to cultivate the land to suit their own interests, but the land isn't for them, the land is for itself. And I don't like what they're doing.
Okay. So I'm gonna level with you here. We were we're kind of being compelled, honestly, to save the orchard. So this is like a problem. And even though I agree with you, we can't really walk away.
It's by a duke, so he's obviously, he's above all of us.
Not above me.
I would love to be on your side, but again, the duke said.
Let's do some brainstorming. I bet we can come up with a good solution here. Is there any way this resolves to your satisfaction that still has the apple orchard, like, producing apples?
He ponders this. You can tell he's really thinking about it.
That's good.
He's not just blowing you off. Although it does seem like he might want to.
Could we try to do a persuasion check on him?
What are you trying to persuade him of?
That he should just acknowledge that apples are a part of nature, even if they're not necessarily endemic to this area.
I think he's less concerned about the apples being unnatural and more concerned about how the forest is getting torn down to make room for the apples.
Yeah, but that's why it's persuasion, because, there is an aspect of manipulation here. He does have some very good points.
You can do persuasion. It'll be a disadvantage because you're trying to persuade him against his life's mission.
Okay. Well, the first one was good. Oh.
Yeah, no, you don't succeed. He's like, yeah, listen, I hear you. I just totally disagree, fundamentally, with everything you say.
Okay. How about... Would you be willing to move to, a different forest?
He looks at you like you're crazy. He's like...
Yeah. I'm just brainstorming here.
No, because then no one's going to be doing the very important work that I'm doing right now.
Okay. What if... okay. How does this sound? What if we could set it up so that, guaranteed, the orchard does not expand any further than it already has? We just walk with me to this point. Let's say that we could guarantee hardline it never gets any bigger than it is right now. Would you be willing to let it exist in its current state?
He sits down with his legs dangling off the edge of the crumbling tower that you were looking up at. It says,
I'm not sure that I'm thrilled with that, but what makes you think you can guarantee that?
Well, you know what? Maybe even better plan. What if we made this area like a little demi-plane, and then you wouldn't be bothered by these guys at all?
I want to restate for emphasis, I am not the thing that is being attacked here. The forest is. I'm here to protect it.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying we move the forest.
You can move a whole forest.
I go have my ring can. I wiggle my fingers.
and he says,
what?
and he like jumps down to inspect this ring of yours.
Yeah, so it's a ring of 3 wishes.
He like touches it, and he like it's like so powerful. He's like, oh my god, okay, yeah,
you might be right.
Pick this thing up for 3 copper at a gift shop.
Curious.
Solves all problems.
Yeah, okay. If you think that this will work.
So as he's pondering this, does it seem like his guard is being let down at all?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, since he approached to touch the ring, I punch him as hard as he can in the face.
Okay, great. We'll start initiative, and then we'll adjudicate that.
Did you have to punch him, or could you have used your dagger to like get a good, critical strike in?
All right.
I don't know if I actually have a weapon other than my staff. I have claws. I guess I claw him in the face.
Yeah, that's good. I'm sure his bear will love to see that.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, go ahead and roll initiative.
You think I'm gonna waste my wish on moving the forest? Please.
We're making this whole forest an orchard.
Yeah.
Okay, so to set the stage, combat is joined. He has jumped down from his little tower to come inspect the ring on your hand. His bear is still up there generally, and then as he like comes to approach you, you just sock him clean in the jaw. So go ahead and roll an unarmed strike with advantage.
Okay, I'll do my claw attack, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit.
8 slashing damage.
And he goes, and he shakes his head sadly. Didn't want it to come to this. Okay, so, and then Brick, your turn.
I am going to... Can I see the bear?
It's lurking somewhere up there, but you don't see it.
I will throw a fireball sort of at the tower, like such that it hits him and presumably the bear, although the bear probably has cover, but not me. So I'm, kind of shooting it behind him.
Okay.
So that the sphere doesn't hit me.
Got it.
Using my sick Staff of the Magi.
Yeah, unfortunately, the bear will have cover.
Yeah.
So he needs to roll a dex saving throw. 39. That hurts. So you smoke him. Like, he's charred. The leaves that adorn the top of his cloak are singed, charred, burnt, crispy.
Mm-hmm.
And his eyes glow a deeper red as he goes angry at you. Anything else for you?
Get fogged. No. I laugh and spit on him.
Okay.
I hate nature.
I hate nature and I hate you. The Angry Druid is up, and he is going to... What the heck? The spells I picked suck. Okay, here we go.
Nice.
So I made this a long time ago, and I didn't really look that very closely at it. Okay, I remember. He's going to hit you guys with a reverse gravity spell.
Okay.
So I'm not going to draw it out. Basically, he does it so it hits you and doesn't hit him, just like you did for your fireball.
Yep.
So you guys fly up into the air, and there's nothing around that you can grab onto for support, unfortunately.
There's no save that you can make for this.
So there is if you were near a tree or something like that.
Oh,
then yes, but you guys aren't, so you can't. Yeah,
If only
so,
there were trees in this forest we're in.
and well, there are. It's just not right next to you. Yeah. So you guys go up very high. Let me just display it in the BTT. Yep. So otherwise, yeah. So you guys are now, let's see, 100 feet in the air. Well, I guess you wouldn't have gone 100 feet up. But he is concentrating on it. So by the time his turn ends, you're about 50 feet in the air.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Okay. And that completes his turn. The bear is up, and you can actually see him now that you're high up enough. He creeps out onto the ledge that's next to the. Might be able to see him now. You can't. Anyway, he's on the rocks nearby the tower, looking curiously at you as you fly up into the air. Nola, you're up.
Okay, well, I am going to aim a Melf's acid arrow at the angry druid.
Okay.
So I need to make an attack roll for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're doing it at disadvantage
I'm in the
because
air?
you're.
Although to be fair, I mean, I have pretty good. I have the high ground.
I'm
I also had a
not
pretty
sure
good
that's gonna help that much, and
That's not gonna
you're
help?
kind of
Okay.
you're flipping end on end as you.
Okay, yeah, I can buy
yeah.
that.
So.
I'll roll again.
Ooh, that's a natty one.
Ooh.
You shoot your own foot with it.
Ah,
So go ahead and roll damage. You'll take half damage.
okay. Well, at this level, that's a lot of damage.
It is indeed. So you're gonna take 16 points of acid damage.
Great.
Wonderful.
Literally shot myself in the foot.
Indeed. Okay. Anything else for you?
No, my turn is over.
Okay. Break is up.
Okay. I am. So we're 50 feet in the air?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
How does time work in turn order? I don't know, but yeah, let's just say you're
it's
50
weird.
feet and continuing to fall.
Okay, so we're falling at this point.
Well,
We're
you're
not,
falling up because gravity's
falling up.
first.
Okay, gotcha. Just want to make sure we're on the same page there.
Yeah, yeah.
But it is concentration.
It is.
So I guess well, now that it's been cleared out, I'll just zing another fireball down at him.
Okay.
See if I can break his concentration.
Okay. He will do another dex saving throw. He succeeds.
Okay, so he takes 23 fire damage.
So he'll roll concentration. So he needs to get a 13 or higher. He fails. So he stops concentrating. So you guys
Okay. We're about to take a lot of damage.
make it up to about, maybe about 60 feet, as the gravity is now normalized, but you had a velocity going up. So you normalize at about 60 feet, and then you fall all the way back down.
Perfect.
So, let's see. That is 21 damage. That's so stupid.
Oh well. And guess what? It's not silver. Gravity's not silver.
Okay, so now you guys are prone. Okay, and the Angry Druid is up. He is going to... I guess you could just cast that spell again, but that would be boring. He is going to... he's going to hit you guys with Confusion. Okay, so you guys need to give me a Wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Brick succeeds. Nola fails.
Oh no.
Okay, so Nola is now prone and confused.
That's basically my life.
These are so... I can't find confusing, so you're concentrating. Okay, so on your turn, you'll have to roll a d10 to determine some behavior, but we'll get there. Okay, the bear is up. The bear leaps down from the rocks upon which it stood.
It's a big bear.
I love that picture.
That's really good.
and
I'm gonna screenshot.
and swipes its claws at Nola. 11 to hit,
Oh,
which I imagine misses.
That does miss. Yeah, my AC is 16.
Okay, yeah. So it leaps down menacingly and just swipes over your head, and it misses. Oops.
Me being confused, I'm like, wow, did I meet you last night? Okay.
Okay, and with that, Nola is up. So you need to roll a d10.
Okay.
That sounded like it was an incomplete sentence. You need to roll a d10. 1.
Wow.
Okay, a 1. Creature uses all its movement to move in a random direction. To determine direction, roll a d8 and assign a direction to each die phase. And then you don't take an action this turn. So That means that you will stand up. So I'll go ahead and roll a d8. Okay, so you're gonna run 12 o'clock, which is straight into the bear.
Nice.
Great.
Well, which really means you just don't go anywhere, but you are no longer prone, because you're standing up. But you just run straight into the bear, which, due to the rules of D&D, means you don't trigger an opportunity attack,
Perfect.
and you can't take any actions, so that's your turn. Brick
Can I
is
hug
up.
the bear? Just, because I'm confused.
You
Or
might
was
on
confused.
accident because you're
Yeah.
very scared right now.
I'm,
So-
very, very scared.
Rick's gonna stand up here
Okay.
and then just look at the druid and bite him.
Uh-oh. That misses.
Oh, too bad. So I just kind of.
Yeah, yeah. And he just, like, backs up and it's like, it's a weirdo.
Yeah. Did you back up enough for me to get an opportunity attack?
No, not that much. He backs up within his 5 foot, little square there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, yeah, it looks like I wouldn't even be able to do that anyway. Can be done to a grappled
creature.
restrained, or incapacitated enemy. Okay, yeah, well, either way. So that's my turn.
Yeah, call it a melee attack. I mean, whatever, same thing. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would a 17 have hit?
No.
Okay, well then it doesn't matter, because if it wasn't that, it was going to be a claw, and it's just too better to hit, so.
The druid is up again, and he is going to hit you guys. Oh my god, what is that's? He looks at Brick and is disgusted. He's now getting the impression that you're like an undead or some sort of other unseemly kind of creature. He doesn't like it.
After I introduced myself as the werewolf vampire, he didn't figure that out.
He wasn't paying attention, apparently.
He thought I was
so-
joking.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Ooh, that's gonna fail.
Oh, it already. Okay, cool.
He casts Blight on you.
Okay.
So this is gonna do necrotic damage. I don't know if you're immune to that or anything.
I'm resistant to it, yeah.
Okay. 44 necrotic damage.
Okay, so I'll take 22.
One of your teeth falls out. One of the small ones in the back.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But you notice it.
Let's put that on some ice. We can save it.
Yeah, we can put that back. And he growls at you. He's running out of spell slots. Or he's running out of max level spell slots anyway. Alright, that's it for him. The bear is up, and he tries to attack Nola again. He's gonna go for a bite this time. 10 to hit. This guy just...
He missed.
Battle bear.
Yeah. He's fearsome for sure, but
He's also
You know.
very fluffy and cute.
for sure. Nola, you're up. Give me another d10.
Okay.
What
Rolled
was
a
it?
9 on that D10.
9.
A 9. Okay. For a 9, you can move and act normally.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Well, I will have to think about this because I could engage an opportunity attack, obviously. I'm going to go with the arm blade dagger attack. The +6 on it, and I rolled a 2, so I bet I missed.
Yes, indeed.
At
The
least
the
I
bear.
get-
I mean, you hit the bear with it, but it just like you get no purchases at all. Just does
Maybe I
nothing.
took off a tuft of hair.
Yeah, maybe if that. The bear does not even seem to notice. We're getting nowhere fast with this fight, boys. Brick is up.
All right. So, Brick, bonus action, Form of Dread. I'm going to transform to manifest an aspect of my patron's dread. I'm a pact of the undead or whatever.
Okay.
So that gives me some temporary hit points, and once on each of my turns, if I hit a creature, I can force it to make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 17, and then on a fail, it's frightened of me until the end of my next turn, and then I'm also immune to being frightened myself. So do that.
So you're spooky now.
I'm really spooky, and I am gonna go ahead and cast Eldritch Blast on this guy.
Okay, that'll be a disadvantage.
Oh, right, because I'm close.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take a step back.
Okay, then that will proc an opportunity attack.
That's fine.
Does he have Warcaster? I mean, like, I don't think he does. He does not. So he's just going to he'll hit you with some primal savagery,
Okay, sick.
or he'll attempt to anyway. That definitely hits.
Sure does. What kind of damage is it?
Poison,
Poison damage.
or excuse me, acid apparently. 20 acid damage.
All right, so I'll take 10. All right, Eldritch Blast.
That'll hit.
15? Really?
Yeah, remember with Eldritch Blast, you have to roll 3
Yeah, I have
different
to
ones.
do separate ones for all of them. Okay.
It's,
Yeah, that's max
did
damage,
you
actually.
even play?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Let's see, how many of these do I have right now? Let's
Oh,
see.
that's
3.
cool. Because I have concentration on and I took damage, it gives me a notification to roll concentration. That's really neat.
Okay. It's kind of cool.
You have to roll the hit again.
Yeah.
That'll hit. And 9
Yeah.
damage is hit.
Yep.
And that'll also hit.
And then I'm also going to use my, let's see, Grave Touched. Once per turn, when you hit with an attack roll and deal damage, you can replace the damage with necrotic damage.
Oh my god.
And while in your form of dread, which I am, this trait deals 1 additional damage die of necrotic damage. So,
okay, so it's 2d10 plus 5 necrotic damage.
Well, I think for the purposes of this, I imagine it's just saying the damage die in this case is a d10. I think I just get to roll 1 extra d10 for the spell, and he takes that much additional. I don't think I get it per...
Yeah. So for this
per
Eldritch
shot.
Blast, you get 2d10 plus 5 necrotic damage.
Um,
Right, so normally it's 1d10 plus 5 force damage. You're adding
Mhm.
1 die, and it's all necrotic. That makes it 2d10 plus 5.
yeah, but I think it's plus 10 for the entire spell, not 1d10 per bolt.
Yes, correct. So for this last Eldritch Blast, it's 2d10 plus 5 necrotic damage.
For the last one, yes. So, I think I've already done... I've done my 3 damage rolls already. So I'm just going to roll a 1d10. So, slap another 4 on there. So 15 plus 9 plus 9. So that's 33. So 37 necrotic damage. Okay.
No,
Oh, wow.
the last one is necrotic, so it's only the last one that's necrotic. The rest of it's all force. Not that it matters.
No, I used my feature to... you have once per turn when you hit with an attack and roll... Oh, I see. Yeah, once per turn is what you're saying. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Cool. Excellent.
I very well understand what you're doing. You don't.
Yeah. All right. And then I'm also going to do that thing where he has to make his DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
He is
which will
immune to
probably
being
make-
frightened.
He is immune to being frightened? Okay.
Yeah. I think that's a druid thing.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But he does have to make a
sounds-
bunch of concentration checks.
Yeah.
He fails the first one. Okay, so you are no longer confused, Nola.
Okay.
No longer concentrating.
And I'll recover my werewolf recovery.
Nola is going to.
Well, he's not
Try
going to do
to-
anything yet. It's not his turn.
Okay, I heard you say Nola. I thought you meant.
No, he's no longer confused.
Understood.
That's it. Anything else for Brick?
Nope.
Okay. Angry Druid is up, and he's looking angrier than ever because he's getting hurt very badly. And not only that, but he was deceived. And that's really what's rankling him more than anything else. So let's see what he's got for what's like the biggest, baddest spell he has. What the heck is this? He's going to hit, seeing that the necrotic nonsense that he did to Brick didn't do that much, he's going to cast Blight on Nola. So go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Ooh, that's not good.
Oh.
Oh, my.
So he's going to go ahead and do this much necrotic damage to you.
Well, while he's doing that, can I just say we never deceived him. We asked him, and then we sneak attacked him. We never
I think
misled him.
if he's feeling deceived, I don't think he's wrong.
Yeah, I think the sneak attack is what deceived him.
We never made a dishonest statement to him.
53 necrotic damage.
53 necrotic damage to
Okay,
to Nola.
Nola has exactly 53 health, so
Well,
he
now
is
you
at
have exactly
0 health.
0.
Total?
He shot
No,
himself
no.
in the foot for like 20 damage
yeah,
on
And,
the
and
first
then he
turn.
took fall damage, and then he took this. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
so,
I forgot about the fall damage. Yeah.
okay, so Nola is on failure death saves.
Okay.
Perfect.
Good. All right.
This is
the
a
bear,
thing for many of my characters, frankly.
yeah. So the bear runs over and it attempts to swipe at Brick with its claws.
Okay.
Yep, miss. This thing can't hit anything. It's really cute and cuddly, apparently.
Yep.
Incapable of enacting harm on any living being, clearly. Okay, Nola is up. Go ahead and give me a death saving throw.
Okay. Well,
All right.
that's a
goes
fail.
the failure.
Good start.
Brick.
Brick mutters to himself, I don't know why I keep trying to be fancy about this. And just cast another fireball at the wall. So that it hits both of these guys.
Got it. Angry Druid, dexterity saving throw, succeeds. Bear, dexterity, probably fails. Yes, the bear fails. Is this the 48? Okay, so 22 for the Druid, and the bear takes all of it. The bear's done. The bear's toast.
Bear's dead. Cool.
Yeah.
I look at the Druid and laugh.
What? Why is Brick so mean? Is that it for Brick?
I guess you know what, for the Druid there, I'll turn it into necrotic damage. Then I can at least roll an additional die. So I think.
Wait, read the rules for that thing again, because I think you have to roll to attack and hit.
No. Once per turn when you hit. With an attack roll. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you read this stuff. All right, cool.
I didn't read it. I just listened to what you said.
Yeah. All right. So. Yeah, I don't think I got anything else then, because I could bonus action try to make him frightened, but he's immune, so
he is indeed. Okay.
Just to be petty about it, as a bonus action, you can try to telekinetically shove one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. When you do so, they must succeed on a strength saving throw DC 17, or be moved 5 feet toward or away from you.
Okay. What does he need to make? Sorry.
DC 17 strength, and I'm gonna pull him towards me.
Fail.
All right, cool. He gets sucked in to be right next to me.
He's not left in here with you. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, okay. 23.
Dang it!
Wow.
I was gonna hit you with feeble mind.
My mind's already feeble, baby.
It makes your intelligence and charisma 1.
That's pretty good. Wow, really? That's brutal.
Yeah. Well, it's an 8th level spell.
Jeez. Okay. This guy's got 8th level spell slots. It's pretty good.
Yeah. But you still take 46 psychic damage either way.
46 or 4d6?
4d6 for a total of 7.
Sick. All right.
Brutal.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and take 3 damage real quick.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's magic.
No.
I'll take the full amount.
You don't take half. You take full 7.
Yeah.
And he looks at you and squints a little bit.
He's like,
and says, "We don't have to keep going."
I hold up my arm with the shackles on it and say, "Well, we're
the shackles have been pretty quiet on this whole matter."
Yeah, but they're gonna get pretty loud again if we don't save this orchard.
Well, someone didn't listen to the labor.
If we blow off the quest, do the shackles just go away?
No. So sorry. What I meant to imply is that the quest, whatever. Forget I said anything. Take your turn.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna claw this guy.
That misses.
Dang it. I'll telekinetic shove him away from me.
Okay.
DC 17.
Yeah. He succeeds.
Dang. Okay.
He says, "I'm not going anywhere." And then it is the druid's turn.
I'm just gonna be hitting back and forth on this now.
Wait, did we go backwards? What happened? I think we skipped Nola's turn.
Well,
Oh.
yeah, let me go ahead and roll another death save
Yeah.
then. And it is a...
Uh-oh.
Your friend doesn't look so hot. Maybe you should do something about that.
Yeah, I'll get to it in a sec.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm half dead, so it's not me.
You've been feeble-minded.
Oh, no!
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
14's pretty good, right?
So, feeble mind. So you're gonna take another 4d6 psychic damage real quick.
Yeah.
All like 3 of it. Your intelligence and charisma scores become 1. You can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way. You can identify friends, follow them, and even protect them, just not with spells or anything else. At the end of every 30 days, the creature can repeat the saving throw against the spell.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, you're
30 days?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Here's the text. So now you're whatever the PC term is these days. You're no longer mentally sound.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
So given that you're an invalid at this point, he walks over and he casts cure wounds, excuse me, on Nola. He didn't want to fight you guys. So he'll just hit you with a little cure wounds. You can have 8 HP back.
Thank you. This is some very interesting plot armor.
There's no plot armor. You guys almost had him. He had 27 HP left. So yeah, you wake up and you see standing above you the dude that you had been so nefariously trying to fight. He's over by his bear, lamenting its death. And then you look over at Brick, and he's just standing there like drooling.
Can I step over to the bear and mourn him too? I'm so sad that this cute, incredibly cute bear, and anybody watching the YouTube video will see this is a beautiful animal.
It is a very cute bear. Yeah.
It's a very cute
I'll put
bear,
a picture of the
and
bear.
I'm so sorry he died, frankly. I wish I had died over him. Pour one out for him.
And so he looks over to you, as you come to pet the bloody, like, spaghetti remains of the bear. Or it like melted. What was it? Necrotic damage? I don't remember. Oh no, it was fire.
It was fireball.
Yeah.
So it's like a charred husk.
Just a burned
exactly.
husk of a formerly cute bear.
Yeah, it smells kind of tasty. But yeah, and he just kind of like sighs and looks at you and says,
It didn't have to be like this.
Oh, I agree. I don't think he should have cheap shotted you like that. He'll get no argument from me. We just wanted some apples, though, man. Come on.
That's not at all what you said.
We were told by the Duke we gotta get the apples back.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Is that truly what he said?
I mean, he basically said we were going to be executed if we didn't make apples grow in this dukedom again.
Interesting. I suppose that is unfortunate.
Yeah, we're all just pawns in a game of chess played by people.
"We're all
Game
just
of
pawns in
checkers.
their sick game of checkers." Sorry, go on.
What's that from again?
That's from Futurama. It's
Futurama?
it's the
Okay.
Zap Brannigan one. It's when it's it's when they're on the Star Trek planet.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah. I don't remember if it's Zap Brannigan or if it's Kirk that says that, but I'm pretty confident that it's that episode. But anyway,
Nola, you were saying. Sorry, I got interrupted by a thought.
Well, basically, the lords were managing us, the little people, against each other. And I'm so sorry we had to fight. And I'm so sorry we lost that sweet, beautiful bear.
Had to.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
we probably
didn't
didn't
have
have
to.
to. We probably did not have to sneak attack you, but here we are.
Well, I will say that that ring that your buddy has, I think probably does have the power to do something that makes this situation better. Unfortunately, he's now utterly incapable of using it.
I
Wait,
start eating the bear.
no, don't eat the bear. We
He
might
starts
need to bring
eating
him
his
back.
finger.
Are you implying the bear could save these apples?
No,
What?
I'm saying your buddy,
This guy, and he points to the drooling werewolf vampire.
that ring that he's got on his finger right there, it's like incredibly powerful and could, do something that makes everybody happy, probably.
Well,
I can't do shit with it, so.
can you use the ring to save the orchard? I mean, I guess I'm missing something. Although, you'd be happy if the bear came back to life, I bet.
God.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's kind of small potatoes. Yes, I'm sad that he died, but ultimately not the most important thing. What I'm saying is you could take the ring off of your buddy's finger and maybe try to use it.
I don't know how it works, though.
You seem like a smart guy. I bet you could figure it out.
You're a wizard.
Let me
Use the magic ring.
Let me investigate this, or do some arcana check. Actually, yeah, can I look at that ring for a second?
You
I'd like to
absolutely
just
could.
look at the inscriptions on it and engage my arcana knowledge.
Brick told you last night during your drunken revelry that it's a ring of 3 wishes.
It's a ring
Well,
of 100 wishes that I've been
but-
spending very
Oh yeah,
frivolously.
that's true. Yeah,
It's
it had a lot of
There-
wishes. He's down to 3.
This
Yeah.
was a blackout night, which is why we're in this situation. So,
Yeah,
but
it suddenly
I'd
comes
imagine
back to
he
you.
refreshed my memory.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Getting knocked about the place really helped to clear your head.
it brought it back. Okay. Well, firstly, could we bring the bear back to life? I mean, just a cute little fella there.
Get to kind of spin the wish on that.
I mean, we don't have to. It would just be nice, especially if we have 100 of them.
He's a being of the forest.
You got 3 of them.
Yeah, like he died. Honestly, whatever.
Yeah, good point. He went out doing what he loved.
We're really fixating on the bear, and the bear is not the problem here.
I wish for an orchard with a lot of apples.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. The druid just looks at the ground and goes, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's like literally the opposite of a solution.
I mean, we need an orchard, right?
Hey, so metagaming. The correct solution is to wish for one very large apple tree that produces a lot of apples that can be contained in one part of the town without impacting the forest.
Yeah, but this is also a jobs program. We got to make sure the people of the town are employed. If we just had one giant apple tree, our economy would collapse.
Yeah. So when you make this wish, do you remember in like Age of Ultron when like Sokovia is falling back down to the ground? It's like this big landmass that's like plummeting back towards the Earth.
I never saw Age of Ultron.
Okay. Well, imagine there's like a meteor coming towards the Earth. That's what this is. It's just an orchard on top.
Oh.
Right. So if you didn't know, the deal with wish is that like it's often it's a monkey's paw kind of thing sometimes.
You get literally what you ask for.
It kind of where like if you're not using wish to just cast another spell for free, then it usually there's some monkey's paw thing. There's also a 1 in 3 chance that you can never cast it again. In the event that you do that. So yeah, that's what happens when you say I wish for whatever, a big orchard with lots of apples. This like, you know, it's probably like a 3 by 3 mile 3 mile by 3 mile like chunk of earth that is falling from the sky, not from space, but from maybe like 2 or 3 miles up.
Oh, jeez. That is cataclysmic.
That's not cataclysmic. I mean, it's cataclysmic if it falls on you.
I did tell the angry druid I wished his forest would become a giant orchard, so I guess I did bring that upon myself.
Go ahead and just give me a coin flip. Give me a 1d2. 1 is good, 2 is bad. Okay.
Uh-oh.
2 is
right,
bad.
well.
It's falling right on you. It's probably... You're looking up. You've got about maybe... what'd I say? It's like 3 miles up. You got about 45 seconds.
Okay, we'll form again. Let me jump on you. Angry
no,
druid can come
I
in.
can't do that.
He absolutely can't do that. He's just staring up, going, oh!
I stare stupidly at the sky. Oh, no, dude.
Can we jump in the deepest part of the water?
That was
gonna help.
literally nothing. It's also very shallow. But even if it was 100 feet deep, that would mean nothing.
Can I hide under a rock?
Yeah, can I hide under my bed?
I'm gonna hide under the bear.
Or what's the druid? How does the druid feel about this?
The druid turns into a bird and flies away.
All right. I mean, I have solutions. I just can't enact any of them.
I mean, you've got a buddy who has a ring that still has 2 wishes on it.
Yeah. Well, good luck doing something.
Yeah. All right, you're down to about 30 seconds.
Can you just wish for me to not be stupid anymore, and then I can fix this problem?
I wish that both of us could escape to the city capital to right before the Duke.
Okay. I guess that works.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. That's fine. So yeah, you guys are. You guys boop, just pop out of existence. And
The Duke's like in the bathroom or something. We just appear in front of him.
no, you appear right.
Sorry,
right
sorry,
where,
my liege. I assumed you were still holding the scroll in the stair area.
So yeah, you're back at the let's see. You're back at the Smiling City. You're right where you were this morning. Nobody else is really around, or there's people milling about. You just like pop in a place and startle some people, but they just kind of keep going about their business. You're kind of looking around, and then like about a minute later, you just the earth shakes, and you're knocked to your feet. Actually, give me a strength saving throw.
Still really strong.
Yeah, Brick, you're too stupid to fall over. Nola, you Charlie Brown straight onto the ground, and it's just like this rumbling, like People are screaming. Banners are falling off the castle. There's a hapless guard walking on top that trips over the parapets and falls to his death. And all you can think to yourself is one labor down.
Nice.
One out of three.
Well, all Britt can think is, "Ah," but Nola is thinking, nailed it.
I mean, to be fair, Nola went from 0 health after, I think, inflicting 0 damage to now, knocking one labor down and back in front of the Duke.
Mm-hmm.
So just out of curiosity, how much? Like you said, 3 miles by 3 miles. How deep was this thing? Does it have to be enough to support the roots? I guess.
Yeah. So maybe like at its edges, probably maybe 20, 30 feet. At its deepest, because it was slightly conical.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe like 200 feet, 300 feet.
200 feet. Okay.
Tough to tell from your angle, and also your calculation is not what it used to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
The herald comes back out after this is over and says,
What happened?
We just saved the whole dukedom. Thank you very much. There are going to be apples for years.
oh, thank goodness. And he scratches off the first labor off the list. He believes you.
Just that's it. Oh,
Only
good job.
2 more to go.
Mm-hmm. So he says, your second labor, and he looks further down the sheet. A scythe wielder plagues the harvest plains. Put an end to the scythe-wielding menace. And then he walks off.
I turned to Brick and
where?
just like...
The harvest
Wait.
plains.
The harvest plains. Okay.
I turned to Brick to whisper, hopefully out of the earshot of everyone else. It might just be easier to kill all these people here, because they just sent
the
us
plot
to-
shackles start going
Yeah.
crazy when you say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They just-
Also, Brick turns to you and
Yeah.
says,
That's a good point. We probably are not doing a lot of intelligent. Okay, let's go to the plains.
I do love how you got this ring that has at least one more wish on it, and you're not using it to fix your friend.
I mean, actually, it might be good that he's dumb.
Yeah. Great.
Okay,
No,
so you
I
know
wish
that
that my
the-
friend were not an invalid and were restored to his original level of intelligence.
Excellent. Well, okay. How about you just say undo the spell? That way I get my charisma back too.
Well, I'm trying to be very particular after this last.
Nope. That you said
Okay.
it. So yeah,
So I still have one.
you have
charisma.
one charisma, but your intelligence
My
is back.
intelligence is back. The light returns to my eyes, and I say, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, and you say, "Oh, my Riz, where'd it go?" I'm Rizless.
Oh man. Okay, hold on. How do I? Let me adjust this here.
Here, I can do it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
You got -5 to that Riz score.
Dude, as a warlock,
You're perfect for a
this
warlock.
Sucks. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I shit my pants publicly, and it doesn't strike me as being a bad thing.
right, you're like, I mean, whatever, I needed to go. So
I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry. That's just, he's a werewolf. I mean, they just go where they go.
yeah. So Nola, now that Brick is back up to speed, at least somewhat.
Yeah.
What do you tell him?
Yeah, sorry. I maybe made that wish a little too literally. But at least
Yeah,
you're
the-
intelligent again.
Those pretty fucking stupid. I'll be honest.
was.
Also,
I-
the ring snaps in half. It crumbles to dust.
I look
Oh.
at it and I go, "Oh, nothing cost me 3 whole coppers."
Never get those back. Okay, so do you
All
tell
right.
him about the new labor or anything like that?
Basically, we were tasked to go to these plains, and there is a scythe-wielding villain that we need to kill.
Oh, okay. I guess let's go killing.
Let's go.
And I turn into a very bad-tempered looking wolf.
Uh-huh. And Nola goes to get on and you just run away.
Yeah, I turn into a wolf and then immediately start also just like pooing everywhere.
I'm just like,
okay.
I'll meet you there.
So the Harvest Plains are about 15 miles across by who knows how many deep. So how are you guys starting your search here? Or are you just running at the plains and hoping for the best?
Let's see. I have a tracking feature that I haven't really looked at. Let me just see what this is. You can detect Oh, this is a much closer range thing than I thought it was going to be.
You could detect literally anything within 100 miles and just zero in on it immediately.
Well, I was hoping that there would be like something. You can detect opponents within 15 feet by sense of smell.
Right.
40 feet if they're upwind.
Yeah, helpful in a dark cave.
Not. This isn't like a ranger tracker. Like I am hunting something down that hasn't been here in a bit. So I guess that's not a solution. Let's see. What other spells do I have here that are helpful? Not much. So I guess, I guess we could just we'll just go to the area and see if, we can ask around, see if anyone's seen this guy.
Okay, so where are you going? I imagine that means you're going to either reap or sow.
Let's go to Reap.
Yeah, we'll start at Reap and then head east afterwards to sow as needed.
Okay. Yeah, the road to Reap is pretty short. It doesn't take you very long to get there. And it's, with the amount of time you've taken to, for your other, I don't want to call it a misadventure, but, the other labor.
I would call it a misadventure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, one character has had his traits greatly diminished. The other is at 8 out of 90 HP. We're not quite where we started.
What could go wrong? Yeah. But the sun is getting lower in the sky. Maybe it's like 4 p.m. or so by the time you get to Reap. Not a big place, small town, and it looks like Reap is more of just like a hub with a little market, and then you can see down the road that stretches to both the east and west. It's kind of dotted with other like farmsteads that look like they manage some of the farmland as it goes deep into the harvest plains. So coming into Reap, I imagine you're running in like a wolf again.
Yeah, doing the same setup.
Yeah, similar reaction. People freak out and they run indoors immediately, and then you see you can hear like the clang of like pitchforks and other farm implements being readied in the event that this monster ends up beating down their door. And then silence.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll find somebody, and I'll turn back into a honestly still pretty scary looking hybrid thing, especially since I look extremely angry the entire time. Walk up to him and be like, "We're looking for a guy with a scythe."
Okay.
Which presumably there are lots of them. But
so yeah,
I may want to do the talking.
So
at this
there's
point.
nobody outside anymore because they all ran inside. So are you beating down a door? How are you approaching this?
well, I can't go in without being invited, so I guess I'll just go up to a house and start shouting. They're like, "We've heard that there's a crazy scythe killer guy, and we're gonna kill him. But we need to know where he is."
No response.
Okay, I start punching the wall of the house.
Okay. You're pretty strong. This seems to do some damage. And a window opens next to you, like slides up, and a pitchfork comes out to stab you.
All right, I bite it.
Well, what's your AC? I'm just gonna do
18.
Yeah, it misses. It just kind of like gets caught on you, and like it hits you but doesn't like pierce you. And so, what did you say you're doing?
I was gonna bite the pitchfork.
I mean, okay, you succeed.
Okay, I snap it off with my jaws.
Sure, whatever. The window
then I
closes.
spit it out and I go, "Where's the guy? I want to kill. I want to kill."
Yeah, the window just closes, and a few moments later, you hear another door open on the back end, and you think people might be running out the back end of the house.
Okay. Cool. I look sort of confused at Nola. Say, "They're not being very helpful."
Let me knock on the door and give a nice persuasion,
Okay, well, I don't think they're here anymore, so we'll have to pick a different house.
Okay, let's go to the next hovel in this little...
I'll just wait here. I think I might be getting in the way.
Yeah, so
I'm
the next
sorry.
house over, it's the places aren't particularly close, so it's maybe 200 feet down the road. There's another home, and yeah, windows, doors all closed. Nothing that you can see or hear.
Once I get there, can I just knock on the door and give a nice persuasive, "Help! The Duke has sent me. We have to save you all from this terrible scythe person."
Yeah, go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Yeah, that works. There's this old lady who like opens the door a little bit, and it's got like the little hotel chain, which that should secure it against all threats, really.
Ma'am, I do not want to come in here. I can see from the outside of this house that it's probably not very nice inside either. I just want to ask, where is this terrible scythe
Just
person?
nagging her.
Say that again, please. Can you say that again, young man? I can't hear very well.
We were charged by the Duke, the liege of this land, to come find and kill some marauder who has a scythe, is what I remember hearing. And do you know anything about that?
Oh, yes, I heard about it. Someone with a scythe. If you go up this street and take a left, and keep going that way a few miles, you'll come to a little homestead, and there's a man there who can tell you more. Bye.
And then she slams the door closed.
Incredible.
I whistle to Brick. I'm like, okay, we know where to go. Let's run to this house down the street and to the left.
Okay. We start running.
Yeah, doesn't take you that long. And the sun is now setting by the time you get there. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, you find this little house that looks like it's nestled twixt a bunch of looks like wheat fields.
By the way, just like napkin math, but the energy released from this landmass hitting the planet would be approximately equivalent to the energy released by all nuclear testing as of 1996.
Falling from 3 miles?
Yeah, with the falling from 3 miles, it's a 3 mile by 3 mile by 200 foot block of soil.
Yeah,
It's,
well, 200 foot at its deepest, let's get real.
Well, okay.
So yeah, go ahead and knock that down by a factor of about 1/3.
All you're saying is that nuclear tests are not that damaging to the environment.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all I have to hear.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
this
and
whole area has been wiped off the face
way
of the map.
the way the mountains lay here, you know, the Glad Keep at what's the name of the capital? The Smiling
City.
Probably
Yeah.
fine. And the
it's
prevailing
probably
winds
fine.
here blow west anyway, so like whatever.
Okay, yeah, cool. If nothing else, I don't think the trees are going to survive.
The follow-up
yeah,
campaign will be Fallout.
Yeah, that's a problem for next year.
True.
Okay. Yeah, so you come to this place and you see that there's a man right outside this small farming cottage who's tending to what looks like his own personal garden, perhaps having finished his day's labor in the field.
Okay, that's pretty cool. A farmer with he's got his big fields and he's also got a little personal garden. That's fun.
Yeah, this is a passion project.
Yeah.
I go up there.
Approach menacingly and then say nothing.
Excuse my
Just
friend.
look
He
at him.
has very low charisma.
Yeah,
I'd like to say hello. Hello. I see you're tending to your plot here. It looks nice.
Indeed
It looks
I
like,
am.
how are the crops coming in this season?
Well, I mean, these ones.
And he points down at what looks like turnips or perhaps radishes. They look great. He
good.
pulls one out. It's real fat.
Wow, what a beautiful turnip.
Yeah, and he leans against his scythe because, as Jack alluded, a lot of scythes out here in farmland. And,
My sir,
Hmm.
I see that you have a scythe.
Sure do. Got a sickle too, and
Oh,
what do you call it? What are those threshing things? A flail.
well, I just want to say, sir, we were charged by the Duke of this land to find a scythe-wielding maniac. You're not a
Well,
scythe-wielding maniac, are you, sir?
I wouldn't say so. Ask my wife though.
Oh, wow, what a good joke.
Brick gives like a very, like, not at all convincing pity laugh. He's like, rolls his eyes.
Yeah, with your famously low riz, the farmer kind of like gives you a little like a what kind of face, but
It's incredibly
he pays no
off-putting.
mind.
No, you said you were looking for a scythe wielder, huh?
Well, not a scythe wielder who farms and contributes to society, but one who's basically a maniac who murders people. We're looking for that guy. Do you know
Oh, I
anything
see.
about him?
Well, I wouldn't call it a him, but yeah, there's just
Whoa.
like this ghostly lady that's been like roaming around fields and destroying crops.
A lady.
Yeah.
Is she pretty? What's she look like?
I didn't stick around long enough to find out. I
just
got
saw
out
the
of there.
scythe.
Besides, I'm a married man.
Good point. my partner over here is not. He's white, single, and would love to meet
Not
a nice lady.
surprising with race like that.
I spit on the ground.
Yeah. No game. I can tell just by looking.
Do you have any idea how we could find her to keep her from destroying your crops?
Well, I mean, she could be anywhere. And then he goes pale and says, "Never mind, she's right there." And he runs into his house.
What? Right there, where?
And you look out into the this field that's to your immediate. It's actually north because we reverse direction here. And you see this lady out in the field, walking along, and you can see that like the crops the wheat is turning frozen out there. She walks by. She's emanating the cold, and even from all the way over here, you feel a chill, and you can tell immediately why this is such a problem. She's killing the crops through the cold.
Frida.
It's
again.
It's
We
Friday.
all
not
know-
Frida.
Lady Friday.
Yeah.
We all know his favorite character.
My favorite character?
Yes, that is her.
Yeah.
That is she.
Yeah.
Hey, pretty cool though.
That is a great picture.
Yeah, so she's walking around out in this field.
I
And
approach and say,
the farmer
babe.
disappears from sight.
"Hey, babe."
No, don't
pretty.
spit game to her.
So
pretty-
You don't
pretty
have
sharp.
charisma.
you're walking into the field?
Oh yeah, yeah. I walk right up to her and
Okay.
No!
start making the moves on her.
Okay,
You know?
perfect. Yeah, she screams like a banshee and swings her scythe at you.
Okay. She's like actually swinging at me, and we're starting combat.
She has already swung.
All right.
So she will get a freebie hit on you.
Sister Friday, Scourge of the Plains.
Okay, so Lady Friday, don't worry, she's not level 20 this time.
She's level 25.
So she's going to, well, when she was level 20, she died, if you remember.
Yeah.
So, but she still does get 3 attacks per turn, so she's going to go ahead and do that.
Good.
So,
Miss, hit, and miss. Okay, slashing will get halved, cold won't.
yeah, so 12
so
total.
that'll be, yep.
That was her surprise round. Here's her. Now she's going to do it again. So that's a hit, miss, and hit.
Oh shit! Look at that. Okay, so that'll be 16.
The other one. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude. And then that'll be
19.
19. Well, yeah, 19.
And she's just she screams like a banshee, and you can see like that, like she's all frosty and pale and nasty and gross, but she's also smoking hot. So you know, what are you gonna do?
Oh, baby.
I may be enchanted by her, frankly, without a roll.
Right. Brick.
Yeah. Let's see. How am I gonna manage this? She's like I mean, hate to be unoriginal, but I guess I'll just use a fireball.
Okay.
Seems like it would be effective against a ghost lady. We're gonna burn these crops down.
Yeah, that'll fix it. So she'll do a dex saving throw and fail. So what was it? 44.
Yep. Oh, that sucks. I wasn't even thinking that it's a DC 12 saving throw since my charisma's so bad.
Well, I mean, she still failed because
I know she did, but it's pretty easy to succeed against these throws now.
Yeah. The and it's
I'd like specifically his intelligence to be restored to its original value.
Well, at least that means
I'm
you can
sorry.
like communicate.
Yeah.
So, and it's interesting.
I
So
meant it in a loose sense. I forgot.
the fireball, it kind of just like wipes out all the crops around you, but it's so cold that the fire like instantly dies out. So it's like it's got like this moment of where it just kind of like flattens everything around you, and then like just like that, it's gone.
And then also as a bonus action, I'll do my Form of Dread again.
Okay.
Get my temporary hit. Oh wow, nice. Okay, so I get 21 temporary hit points.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna try to make her frightened of me. So she needs to make a DC 7 Wisdom saving throw.
Well, she's +7 to wisdom, so I'm just not gonna do that.
Yep.
So it didn't work.
Yeah.
Anything else for you?
No, that's it.
Okay, Nola. So Nola is standing over still by the
Still
farmer,
quite far
the fence
away.
by the farmer's house. You're like maybe like 80 feet away from what's going on.
Only
you see
has
like this
30
little explosion and then just like nothing. Silence.
Only with 30 feet of walking, I guess Nola can end up here. Was
Yeah.
frankly going to put a healing spell on himself. Because
I'm glad you waited until fighting started to try to heal yourself.
You know, you gotta. We don't want to make this too easy. You know, you don't want to be OP in this game. So roll.
That's
on
the
him.
concern for sure.
Yeah. Why did
Okay,
that-
so you're using your staff of healing on yourself.
Yeah, I thought that was going to.
Which you
do
can't even use because
Yeah, I was gonna say you're a wizard. You can't use that.
Yeah, it goes.
it. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says requires attunement by a bard, cleric, or druid.
druid.
Well, I
But you
should
know what?
probably-
It's fine. You can use it. It doesn't matter.
No, well, it doesn't work in this system. Whatever. He's just gonna go full offense. If you will, give me an indulgence on range. I would appreciate it.
Shh, whatever.
Spell sniper.
Yeah. So you ran up to the edge of the wheat field, and you're peering over the frozen stalks at this fight that's going on, and about 50 feet into it.
I'm gonna launch a lightning bolt
Oh, nice.
Oh.
at level 6.
Okay,
Sick.
great. So Jack, you also need to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
What's the spell save DC? It doesn't matter.
Well,
I made it.
Because you definitely made it, and I definitely didn't. So, 37 lightning damage, huh?
it was
Okay,
a
so we'll
17
take-
dex save.
So I'll take 18.
That's 2 3s in a row that
Oh,
Lady
sorry.
Friday has rolled. Okay, is that it for you?
That's it for me. Yeah.
Okay, Friday is
Round
up.
2. What you gonna do?
She's gonna do your favorite thing, Jack.
Attack.
Well, not just that. She's gonna use Fighting Spirit to give herself. Well,
6 attacks.
she's gonna. Well, no. Fighting Spirit gives her advantage on the attacks that she's doing right now.
Oh, and then is she also gonna action surge?
Maybe we'll see. So she's going to do 3 scythe attacks, all at advantage. Which hopefully the advantage thing actually works this time. Okay, it did. Okay, that'll definitely hit.
Yep.
That'll definitely hit.
Yep.
And that'll definitely hit.
Yep. No crits. At least we have that going for us. So then that gives me 30. So 41. 41 damage. Okay.
41 total damage. Maybe that's not enough. We'll see.
It's not enough, but it's close.
Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, she'll action surge to do it again.
Okay.
It seems wise.
Does she still get advantage for these?
She does.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
Go ahead and just roll damage for that.
That'll hit. Oh, are you close to death?
I have 4 HP.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then you're down.
All right. So I'm going to use my... Well, yeah, actually, I guess it does matter for you to roll all these. So I'm going to use my Necrotic Husk ability. So when I'm reduced to 0 hit points...
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, you can use your reaction to drop to 1 HP instead and deal necrotic damage to each creature within 30 feet of you,
Okay.
equal to 2d10 plus 11 damage. And
Okay.
actually, I'm realizing now, go ahead and actually roll the damage for these. I forgot I'm by 21 temporary hit points, so I actually have 25. I'm
Okay.
sure this will burn through it.
It should.
Yeah. Okay, so we got... Okay, so that's 14 right there. And then 20, 28. Okay, so that second attack brings me to 0. So I guess I'll use the necrotic thing then. You're going to take 2d10 plus 11.
Mm-hmm.
So 22 necrotic damage. And then the third attack, because it doesn't say it interrupts or anything, the third attack would take me down to 0 and I would stay there.
Okay. Yeah, and this blast of like nefarious energy comes out of you and kills whatever was left of the crops that
Yep.
surround us. It just like evaporates, and then you just like fall over like a board backwards.
Perfect.
And then she starts advancing towards
No! He was supposed to be my bullet sponge.
Okay, that's it for her. Brick is up. Oh, don't you
guess-
turn into like mist?
Oh yeah, is the sun's out, right?
It is.
Okay, I'm dead permanently. I'm destroyed.
Wait, can't even roll to save you or anything? You're just dead.
We'll wait until death saves for that because you're not dead. You're unconscious.
Okay. I think that is how that works, though.
Whatever.
Yeah. Don't refer to the rules here.
All right, so I'll make a death save. Okay.
We'll say a lot of the dead crops have fallen on you and are protecting you from the sunlight.
Perfect.
Hey, that's a success.
Cool.
Okay, Nola is up.
Okay, so she's like a frost lady. I think I'm gonna... Well, I clicked on Fireball. I'm actually confused what actually rolled. Looks like it went through.
Were you actually firing this fireball?
I was intending to, yeah.
No, where are you firing it?
Oh, well, at Lady Frida.
Like right here?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. That's gonna hurt Brick.
Wait,
Okay, she'll do her dex saving throw. She fails it.
Yeah. Well, as long as I hurt her, I'm good.
Okay, great.
I can hurt Brick.
I'm glad you feel that way. Okay, and then Brick takes 2 fails on his death saves.
Yep.
Wait, 2 of them. Oh.
Yeah. Well, technically, I guess it's... So here's a funny thing about
right?
D&D. Yeah.
5, 10, well, yeah, I guess if it says 15 feet.
Yeah. So if you hit somebody when they are down, it's automatically a critical hit. However, you can't score a critical with a fireball. So I think technically it is actually only 1 that you lose there. Whereas if you hit somebody with a...
I'll take it.
Who was a lot, or who was on their feet, it would be 2.
No, it would, if you were hitting someone with like a sword attack, it's automatically a critical, but you can't score a critical hit with a saving throw attack. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I'd have to relook at the rules, but I don't care that deeply. That's just a weird thing about D&D. Okay, is that it for you?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, Friday is up. She advances to the edge of the wheat, like right here, but that she doesn't move beyond it. She's like just standing at the edge for a second, just staring at you. And then she casts Cone of Cold. So go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my.
Ooh, that's gonna fail. So you're gonna take.
Please don't say it's more than 8.
It's 40.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think that's
And thus
about
ends
32 more than 8.
Well, so after that,
Well,
she walks back into the field.
Starts killing crops again.
Yeah. So you guys just let's see what happens with the death saves.
Well, actually, I think in the rules of D&D, isn't it if your HP is doubled, you're just automatically dead?
If you go below your max HP, negative.
So it's your max,
so
it's
if you
not
have
your current.
100 max HP
I have
and
90.
you get to negative 100 in one hit, then you die instantly.
Oh, okay.
That didn't happen.
So
here.
I'm not there. Okay.
Yeah. So let's roll out these death saves to see what happens.
All right, that's another fail for me.
Okay, so that's 2 fails for Brick. That's a
Okay.
success for Brick.
Okay.
At
Okay,
a
so-
16,
Okay.
that's a success
Yeah.
for me.
So Brick
All
is
right,
Brick is now
stabilize.
stable but unconscious. And we'll see you wake up in a little bit.
Yeah, and the good news is my werewolf regeneration, I'll actually get back up to full pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's greater than 10, less than 10, correct?
Yeah, greater 10 or greater success.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're
Yeah.
slightly more likely to get a success than a failure.
That
Yeah,
makes
so
sense.
it looks like you got 1 success and 1 failure.
Okay.
Another
One
success. Okay, so 1 more success and you're alive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
okay,
I'm
yeah,
alive.
so
Nice.
you are also
I'm
so
barely alive.
after like 5 minutes, the farmer runs back out, hops over his fence. Well, he doesn't hop. He's a bit old, but he shakes Nola awake.
Oh, my. Thank you, sir.
And says, "Oh my God, what were you thinking?
We tried to
Are you
fight her off.
insane?"
She was so pretty. We got hypnotized by her.
He says, "Where'd your friend go?" And he looks at his crops.
Oh,
and goes,
my!
crops!
My friend, he's in the weeds.
And
It's in the corn.
He runs out and starts shaking. He starts kicking you. He's like, "What have you done to my crops, you fool?"
She did it. We didn't do that. Well, actually, he kind of did it with that fireball. But I mean, to be fair, she had a big
he looks
scythe.
around and there's like frozen stuff, but then there's like this crater in the middle of his
Yeah.
wheat field.
I'm sorry.
that-
We didn't want a pretty lady with a scythe here. We tried to help you there. Come on, guy.
And he's waving his own scythe around like kind of like a Tuscan
Menacingly.
Raider. No, just like kind of like in the air. He's like this. I mean, this is it's not that much wheat, but combine that with all the rest of it that's like freezing to death out there. He's like, this stinks.
It's his livelihood.
It is.
So I stand up, wounds rapidly closing.
Yeah, like nothing
And-
ever happened.
Yeah, and I look around to see if I can still see Friday.
No, she is. I mean, you know which direction she went.
All right, I will start walking after her.
Okay. I don't have a map for that, but
Okay.
yeah. If you are walking after her, it's not hard to follow her trail, and you're able to catch up with her. And well, it's gonna take a while, but so good news for you. It's nighttime now.
Oh,
but yeah,
that is good news.
That is good for
It's-
you.
By the time you catch her, because given how long you were unconscious, it probably takes like an hour to catch her.
Mm-hmm.
But you do so.
Could I
I say,
talk to the
round
farmer
two,
and
bitch. And I
make some
cast
kind of-
Eldritch Blast on her.
Yeah, we can shorten that and say that you beat her because she's got 80 HP left. So
Okay. I just start sniping her from a distance.
she
Which I
runs
should have
at
been
you.
doing originally. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got 300 range on this thing, and I can push people back with it. So
Yeah, but what's your hit with it though now?
I still have a +1 to hit.
Plus
which
one.
I'm not really
well,
sure
actually,
how.
maybe we should play this out because she has 18 AC, and she might kill you again in the time it takes you to kill her.
That'd be pretty good. All right.
Let's whatever. Yeah, you kill her.
Okay.
Whatever.
I take your scythe.
It fades into the. It fades away as soon as she does.
Would you characterize what happens to her as dying? Because she's already dead, right?
I wouldn't say that she's already dead.
She's a ghost, right?
But she seems somewhat ethereal, perhaps.
I have a feature that I can activate when something dies near me.
I wouldn't call it dying.
Okay.
She's gone though.
Okay.
she
Never mind.
went to a different plane.
Okay. Well, that's fine. So
Can I rest
Well.
in some way at this farmer's house to, I don't know, get more than 1 HP?
Do you want to ask him?
I'll report back to the farmer and say, you have problems taken care of.
I need to have a long rest, frankly.
Okay, so you're talking to the farmer and asking him to stay at his
Can I
place?
sleep in your farm and recoup my energies, my healths?
And he's hands and knees like trying to pick through and see if any seeds are left of the he's fishing through the remains of his crops that you guys fought in.
Sir, I will help you fix your crops if I could just sleep it off and get a full HP back.
Whatever. There's some hay bales in the shed over there. You can
I will happily sleep on a hay bale. Thank you.
Yeah. So you guys can grab a long rest.
Thank
Sick. That'll get me out of this exhaustion that I ended up with when I used my feature. Okay.
you. So we wake up from our hay bale rest.
Yeah,
Still can't believe this thing lasts for 30 days. That's so bullshit.
Well, I mean, think about it this way.
I mean,
It's only 29 more days now.
well,
That's true.
Actually, did we sleep for 30 days? We may have been very tired.
That's true. We may have slept for
Could
30
we may
days.
have-
Now your
Slept-
plot shackles wouldn't have let you sleep that long.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm so sorry,
Hey.
Jack. I was too specific in my wish. But,
Oh, hold on.
but,
You have a heal spell?
yeah, I have a big stick for healing.
Yeah.
But we got a
I'm
long rest.
looking at the
though.
description here.
Does it fix your statuses though? That
The
would be
spell
interesting.
can also be ended by Greater Restoration, which you don't have. Heal, which I didn't know there was a spell that was just called Heal.
Yeah, I think that's an
Um,
8th level spell.
Oh, gotcha. Or Wish, yeah. So that is kind of a weird. We've removed half the effects of this spell. Yeah, okay. Whatever.
That's a
29
wish
days.
for you.
Yep. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to deal with it. Hey, that's another one down though.
Some of the best advice I heard for playing games like Fallout is to turn your charisma way down, because it opens the dialogue options way up. So, I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of interesting gameplay
Without a
by having
doubt.
somebody with 1 charisma.
Warlock with 1 charisma.
Well, to be fair, you're also a warlock who has 18 in all physical stats, so it's not all
It's
bad.
true.
Okay, we have completed 2 out of 3 labors. Can you go back to wolf form? Let me ride you back to
Oh yeah, for sure.
Duke Town,
Yeah,
and let's find out the
wolf with the
third.
robe on goes try. Do you feel
Let's-
like, are people getting used to this? Like,
No.
are people still screaming, or are they just like, there's that fucking wolf again?
No, they are still not happy about
bigots.
this.
Okay.
Yeah, they're bigots. That's the
They
problem.
are bigots.
Yeah.
They don't like wolves. Let's go back. Let's finish
I toss
this.
a few fireballs, just like
Honestly,
not
they
adding,
deserve
just
it.
into the air. That's like fireworks.
Idiot.
Uh-huh.
You have a
Try to
The-
lighten up the mood.
The
You have a straw
booms
thatched roof,
scare everyone
throw
half
a
to death
fireball.
because they think it's another meteor or another nuke hitting. Yeah. So you get back to the Smiling City and Castle Glad, and the Herald comes out once again and is thrilled to hear your unmitigated success.
So
dealing
by the
with-
way,
Yeah.
I'd never seen this before, but one of the spells that the Staff of the Magi gives me is called Pass Wall. And
Okay.
it doesn't take up a charge. It's at will. I can do it as many times as I want. A passage appears, or sorry, not pass. I wanted to use, there's like a locking spell that I got access to. Arcane Lock.
Okay.
You touch a closed door, window, gate, chest, or other entryway, and it becomes locked for the duration. You can designate creatures when you cast the spell who can open it normally. And you can also set a password so that if it's spoken within 5 feet of the object, it suppresses the spell for 1 minute. Otherwise, it is impassable until it is broken or the spell is dispelled or suppressed. It's not a concentration spell, and it just lasts forever until it's dispelled. So in theory, you can.
What's the duration of?
The duration is until dispelled.
That doesn't seem right. Let me look. What's this called?
Arcane
pass
Lock.
wall. Oh,
No, Arcane Lock.
Arcane Lock at will until dispelled.
Oh, I guess that's the limiter. Because I was gonna say, just to be like a troll, what I could be doing is just everything that could be opened. I'm just casting this on it and setting no exceptions and no passwords so that nobody can open anything anymore. But it looks like you have to pay 25 gold every time you use it. So that's the limiter. That's less fun. Okay, I was just
or
gonna start locking
it has
everything.
a component cost. Yep.
How funny would that be? It's just like you're walking down the street and you're like, nobody can enter their house anymore.
Yeah,
great.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you get really rich, you could do that.
Yeah, Megatroll. How much money do we have? Do you think one of my... Well, no, I probably wouldn't have been smart enough to use one of my wishes to obtain wealth.
Yeah.
It's okay. We wasted all 3 of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you sure did.
So again, the Herald is happy to hear about your work with the Scythe Wielder, and says, "Your third labor." I already forgot what his voice sounded like. A fiendish dragon has settled atop the Wise Mountain and has been levying taxes upon the surrounding villages. This falls afoul of Land of Plenty Code Title 26, since the dragon has not filed any parchment work to register itself as a tax-collecting agent within the realm, and it is in further violation of the law by not delivering the collected taxes to the crown. Put an end to this most egregious of trespasses.
My liege, through
This is the Herald.
my herald, through frankly my own incompetence,
He already left.
we lost all but one of the.
Just talking to the...
Yeah,
into
he's
the
talking
air.
to a wall. It's that meme of the guy talking to a brick wall.
I mean, I'm happy to talk to a brick wall and just say, I'm sorry I destroyed my partner's skill set here through a failed wish.
Can we wait for 30 days before we tackle this?
I mean, we may need to wait, although it is a one-shot, so unless we would like to make this a campaign.
The plot shackles start
Just
burning
ratcheting
hot.
up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just approach a temple and see if anybody has an 8th level spell slot lying around.
I'm
No.
sorry, Brick, I should say.
Besides, you wouldn't even be able to go to a temple. You like catch on fire immediately.
That's true, yeah. I can just stand outside the temple and yell. Like,
Yeah,
I'm a
that's-
vampire.
I just want to have more than 1 point of charisma. I'm a
That's
people
fine.
person.
Low Riz.
Low Riz. So that's a real problem. That's fine.
Yeah.
So the Wise Mountains, that's to the east. So Brick says, oh, well, I guess we're almost done with this. Dragon? Fucking no problem. And he turns into a wolf, looks at you.
I got full health. Let's kill this thing.
Sick. we'll start running off to the Wise Mountain. Presumably, this one will be pretty easy to find.
And while we're running, I'm going to say, man, I got a pretty good booster on charisma, persuasion. Let's sneak attack him like we did the first time. Except this time, we're going to take him out in the first draw. It won't take multiple rounds. We won't get thrown up in the air, and most of us die. This time, we're just going to take him out, even though it's a dragon with, armored scales.
No problem.
All that.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys, are rolling out to the east. And at the foot of the Wise Mountain, there's like a couple small, like very, very small villages, like, maybe, it's not even technically a village. It's more like a thorp.
Thorp, yep.
But what you see as you come up to the base of these mountains is that there's like this encampment that's there. It looks like some sort of military operation. Presumably, sent before you, were assigned this task to try to deal with this dragon threat. You roll into this camp.
Oh, wow. It's quite the camp.
What?
A lot of peeps.
Yeah, it's definitely a camp, no doubt.
These are Roman centurion.
No, they're not. What are you talking about?
There's a more different looking NPC.
Yeah, isn't that crazy that you can tell from a distance?
She looks real happy. Yeah.
So there's soldiers marching to and fro. There's this huge, it looks like this is like a legitimate war band. Like they're on the march going somewhere. But you see there's also these big ballistae pointed to your north, looking sort of in the general direction of the mountain. So you suspect that, they're here to fight this dragon or something.
Okay. Well, we'll seek out whoever appears to be in charge. I guess we can ask a soldier, say, "Oh, we're here. The crown sent us to assist with the dragon situation. Who can we talk to?"
Well, let me go ahead and ask. I got a little better persuasion here. Let me just persuade this guy. Hey, we're friendly. We were sent from the crown. We have orders to be here.
Yeah, whatever. You could talk to Lady Nina.
Where is she? I would love to
She's
talk to her.
She's that lady over there, and he points down the little lane that you're walking along, and looks like nearing the northern edge of the camp, there's a woman in armor there who...
I see her, and sir, may I ask, is there anywhere I can pick a nice, beautiful flower for Lady Nina?
Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't know much about...
You don't know where there are flowers right in this camp of yours? What kind of security are you running? You don't even know what's around
He walks away. He's done with this.
Well, he's just going away.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk up to Lady Nina and be like, "My lady, on one knee, I am so sorry I could not bring you a gift, namely a beautiful flower, because your guards don't know anything about the area they're in. But I just want to say that I was sent, and well, Lady Nina, you were what a healthy gal.
She takes out her headphones and she says, I'm sorry, were you saying something to me?"
"Hi, Lady Nina. I was sent by the Duke of this area to perform a labor."
"Oh, I see. You are the two that the Duke has said is supposed to take care of the dragon problem."
Well,
yeah,
we were
right.
sent to do that, but honestly, Lady Nina, looks like you could probably take care of that for us, because you look like a beautiful and brave lady with a great sword.
She seems like she gives you kind of like a okay kind of smile.
So, just to be clear,
you are
I'm the
stunning
one with
and
one
brave.
charisma?
Yeah, yeah. She's like, all right, you're laying it on a bit thick there, guy, but
Okay.
But
I
I'm
don't
sorry,
give a
I got
shit about you. I just want to know where the dragon is.
got
okay.
a real tough audience here.
So there's at least two dragons. They're at the top of this mountain. If you look to our north, there's a pass that kind of goes straight up it. They're up there. One of them flew down here yesterday, I guess. Yesterday morning. And we really gave it to that thing, and it just flew away. So I don't know if they're, preparing for another attack or if they ran away. I haven't seen it today, so I really don't know.
What kind of dragon was it?
It's a green dragon.
It's a green dragon. Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, I think we were told about a red dragon.
Well, she said there are two of them. Frankly,
Yeah.
they may have only heard about that one red dragon. That's it.
I got a missive about the labor, and it doesn't say anything about a red dragon. You might have just misheard.
Oh,
We may have.
very possible.
Frankly, I'm colorblind. I should say
You're a
differently,
real hazard
I'm
when fighting
actually-
dragons.
differently abled. It's called now.
Yeah, I'm here to capable.
But
Yeah, sure, whatever.
with that said, would you like to join our party to help us kill any dragons which are up on this mountain?
You don't want to join our party, just say no.
All right, then I'll stay right here.
No, actually, you do want to join our party, except for
I don't think I do.
well, only one of us has a very low charisma. One of us actually has a very
you,
All
I
of us
assume,
have very
yeah.
low charisma. Yeah.
Anyway, my duty is to stay here and prevent the dragon from getting any farther. So,
Okay, well,
if you are going up there to do something else about it, then I wish you the best of luck.
well,
All right.
thanks.
Sounds
and
good.
I sure hope you weren't
We'll let
lying
you know
to
how
us.
it goes.
Please do, and be safe, please.
Well, we're going to kill dragons, so we're not going to be safe.
All right, I'm walking away.
Chopper, the lowest Riz character in the game.
As I'm walking away, I like rip ass really loud, and then I point at Nola and say,
She believes it. Yeah. Okay.
"All right,
Yeah, the soldiers don't stop you from going north. Like,
Yeah, I bet they don't.
they really
They're
don't seem to
freaking
care at
dragons
all
that way.
that people are going through.
all right."
Yeah, and as you're walking along, you definitely see there's like areas out here that are there's like some of those big bolts from the ballistae are out here. Like it seems like they were firing at something pretty close, and there's like huge pools of blood out here and some like chipped scales, green scales. It seems like the dragon got pretty close. But yeah, no sign of it in the immediate area. But yeah, this path looks like it kind of winds up into the mountains.
Okay. I guess I'll continue up the path, keeping an eye out for. Are there any like looking up obvious spots where the dragon might be roosting, or is it kind of we're gonna be looking around for a while?
It doesn't seem obvious from here, but if you get higher, maybe you'll get a better view.
Yeah, then we will get higher.
I'm gonna go full bore.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, you get at the top.
Okay,
Oh,
it's at the very top.
That works
okay.
for me.
And
Floating mountain. Ooh. Okay.
so as
It's
you
a
get
cool
to the top,
spot.
you see there's like these, it's rugged and not carved. There's like, it's a rugged, worn path as you get up. But as you get to the top, there are like stairs carved out. It looks like it's, there's like a carved cave home that you assume are the home of dragons. Immediately in front of you, as you kind of crest this, you see a pretty big dragon. All dragons are big. But you're looking at the one that's near you, and it doesn't look like super old. And it's like, it looks like it's like nursing some wounds. And it occurs to you, this is probably the one that got shot down at the base of the mountain. And it kind of looks at you for a second, and then just kind of like, it looks like it like kind of rolls its eyes and goes back to whatever it was doing, like licking its wounds and trying to clean them up a little.
Okay, I approach non-threateningly.
Okay.
So, what's up?
And it just...
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I think non-threatening was the right call.
Yeah, so it just kind of shakes its head towards you and indicates to look further up the mountain. Looking further up the mountain to the very peak, you see a big honkin' dragon.
Jeez. All his glasses.
With reading glasses.
Seated
Oh
at
my.
a large desk with just mountains of parchments and books in front of him. And yeah, he's got a small pair of glasses, and he's kind of like
Yeah, we saw that.
fingering through all of this, just this mountain, a veritable mountain on top of this mountain of just like paperwork.
What was the prompt for this? What did you type to get this image?
I mean, I could look. It was something to the
Yes.
effect of a ancient green dragon wearing small glasses on top of a mountain with a desk full of paper or something like that.
I mean,
and,
this picture
and I
has
love this
perfectly
image that came out. It's
encapsulated that.
perfect.
It's really good.
And And it says in this like booming voice that I may have to re-record in order for it to sound right. Says,
"And who are you supposed to be?"
Hey, my name's Brick. We were sent by the Crown because they're not very happy about what you're doing with collecting taxes. What's the deal there?
it kind of like deflates in size and says,
I'm trying to do the right thing with taxes. I'm up to my eyeballs in parchment work here, trying to decipher this Byzantine network of things I have to do in order to register myself as a tax collector.
Well, sir,
Okay.
having a basic sales tax would make it a lot easier compared to having an income tax with multiple deductions and...
You think I don't know that?
it bellows, like almost knocking you off your
I'm not
feet.
trying to patronize you, but frankly, we
No,
just
the
all in
problem
this...
is not my methodology of taxation, it's this darn nation's. It's so complex it's impossible to make anything easy.
I agree! Can't we all agree? Except the Duke. But, frankly, we all report to the Duke.
What can we do to help you with your paperwork?
And he takes off his glasses and puts them down on the table in size. Says,
I sent my son over there, Junior.
and he indicates the dragon that has all the bullet holes in him.
Yeah.
Down yesterday to request some parchment that they failed to provide me the first time. Unfortunately, when he went down there, they just shot him a bunch, so he flew back.
Well,
Okay, well, give us if you don't mind, giving us a list of the stuff you're missing, and then we'll go down and talk to him.
Yeah, so he hands you like this parchment that's pretty long. It's in his writing, so given that he's like, about the size of an average car dealership himself, this piece of paper he hands you is very big. But it's got a list of about 14 forms on it. That's just like, it's like, oh, it's a DF11-A,
Yep.
or whatever. It's like, you look at this and you're like, I have no idea what this means. I don't know what this is. It's just,
If you can bring me those forms, I can get them filled out and filed correctly. I've been trying to do this for a year now, and they're just stonewalling me. I think it's racism.
Oh, yeah, we've run into some... There's some mean people down there.
Tell me about it.
Okay, well, we'll try to get you these forms. We'll be back in a bit.
I thank you.
All right.
and he puts his glasses back on and starts like cracking open one of his books again.
I turn around and go, because I was like seconds away from just attacking the young dragon.
I was
And
about to
my
say,
God.
like,
Now
I'm
see
so
how
glad
bad
you
an
didn't
idea
just
that would have
slit
been.
his throat there. But
Yeah,
that's
so,
good.
All
Maybe
right, we'll head back down the mountain, I guess.
maybe you with
Okay.
less charisma is good.
So you head back down the mountain, and the soldiers are like a little surprised to see you walking back through, but they don't stop you. You find Nina, not in the exact same spot, but talking to some other leaders around there. She too is surprised to see you return.
Hey, so we figured out what the problem is.
Oh, do tell.
So he's trying to get registered as like an official, everything checking out, like by the rules tax collector, but he's missing some forms. The dragon you fended off earlier was just he sent his son to try to get the forms, and then you tried to kill him.
Give me
Which
a
make-
persuade check.
Yeah, great. Let's see.
Could I try to persuade?
Well, let's see how Brix goes first. Yeah, she just kind of scrunches her face and cocks her head and says,
I'm like,
"Did you really believe anything these
Well,
dragons had to say?"
let me step in
Hey,
for my partner.
hey, don't interrupt me. And she gives you a scathing look. Says,
Okay.
Dragons are dangerous. Dragons are not to be trusted, right? If he's telling you that he's trying to do things the right way, it's a really good indication that he isn't, okay?
Well,
I've met
mean-
dragons. Dragons are all the same.
Yeah, he was wearing glasses though. He seemed pretty trustworthy.
Uh-huh.
You're racist.
Against glasses?
I just look at her.
So she seems thoroughly unconvinced.
Okay. Well, Fortunately, she's not the only person we can talk to. I spin on my heel and try to find somebody else with authority in this camp.
Could I try to
There's
persuade
probably a
them first,
scribe
though?
somewhere.
Just to
I mean, there's no one you're gonna find with more authority than her. Like, she's in charge of this operation.
Sure, but so there's somebody else who might have, access to these forms.
Yeah, okay. So if you go to like some, like adjutant or whatever, yeah. So you walk into a tent and someone's got like a table with some other parchments, and they're like, "Oh, this person can read and write. Maybe they're the kind of person I'm looking for."
Hey, I think I can make your dragon problem go away if you provide me with these forms. Any way you could hook me up?
Who the heck are you?
We got sent by. We're from the Smiling City. We're here to help with the dragon problem.
Yeah, okay, whatever. What do you need?
These. I hand over the slip.
Yeah, these look like they're like tax forms or something.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do anything with these. The only thing I do with money is pay inquiries.
Do you know who would have these?
I mean,
If anybody in this camp.
yeah, well, in the camp now. But back at the treasury at Smiling City.
Okay.
I mean, they run the taxes and know the tax code, so I had to imagine they would have it.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So, and I turn to Nola and say, I guess as long as we make sure these guys don't attack the dragon for the next couple of days, we can go get the forms and bring them back. And then we'll be done with this.
whatever it takes to get rid of our tax problem. Sure.
Okay. Yeah, let's go back to the capital then, I guess.
I mean, if we can end this without any bloodshed, let's go.
Yeah, I really do not, I don't want to fight a dragon. That sounds like a bad time.
Especially
I'm sure
a
Durazniak's
dragon
pretty easy.
with glasses.
Yeah, probably. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I have the closest thing I have is scrying. I was going to try to send the dragon a message and be like, hey, we'll be back in a few days. But yeah, whatever.
You didn't prepare sending? Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Well, let me check.
Well, whatever.
Although I think I equipped all destructive spells.
Yep.
I mean,
That's how
I
it
kind
goes.
of assumed in a one shot we were just going to be blasting.
Ooh, I can contact other plane. That's not gonna help.
I mean, dragon
Yeah,
taxation.
he's not a
dragon
plane, he's a dragon. Come on.
There's probably a plane for that.
All right.
Let's just go back to our.
Yeah. Let's go back to
Duke.
the treasury.
Hey, we got a guy, a big dragon here. He wants to collect taxes for you. So
Well,
come
we're
on.
there. We're talking to the treasury.
Yeah. So, yeah, you managed to find that. Your feet are getting really tired. You've been doing a lot of walking today.
Yeah, it's whatever.
And it's actually, by the time you get there, Treasury's closed.
Well,
It's
we're gonna
probably
bang
Sunday
on the
tomorrow
door.
too.
And
Yeah.
demand
Oh, it's
that-
definitely Sunday tomorrow.
Yeah. Shit.
No, it's not Sunday tomorrow, but it is. It's past closing time today.
Okay. Well, we'll hang out, I guess. We'll update the. We'll go back to the mansion or whatever, the castle, and so we think we have a solution. We just got to get these. Looks like the dragon's trying to do the right thing. We just got to get him some paperwork. So
Very well.
we should have this buttoned up pretty soon.
Okay.
Yep.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. It's the next day.
Excellent. Go to the treasury, and I approach the desk and slam down this parchment and say, "You better give me these pieces of paper right now, or I'm gonna go buck wild."
And there's a cat on the desk.
Okay.
With it's wearing it's got like a necktie. And it
Let me
just
get
looks at
the-
you, and
I was gonna say-
you wake it up and it goes, "Meow," and then it says,
Can I help you?
The cat
Yeah,
says
I'm
it.
still gonna get these tax forms, like I just said.
and it looks at the list and says,
Yeah, whatever, okay.
and then it just like
Sick.
jumps off the table and like slinks off down the corridor. And says,
Come with me.
Is this a tabaxi? Or
no,
is
it's
it
just
cat?
it's just a cat.
Just a cat with a necktie. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll follow the cat.
Yeah. So I don't have a picture for this one. Yeah.
I can
Um,
imagine.
And it brings you to this like dusty kind of vault that's got it's like one of those like a wine rack kind of thing where it's like the diagonal cross hatch kind of thing, but instead of wine bottles, it's just a bunch of like scrolls and parchment and stuff.
Okay.
And it's like directing you. It's like,
yeah, just grab that one, and grab 2 of that one, and you're gonna fill out 1 of that one.
and it's just like pointing you in all these directions, and you know, you've got like it gives you like a rubber band to tie all these things together.
Okay, cool.
And so
I'm gonna check these against the list we were given to make sure we're not missing anything.
yeah, it appears as though it's all the right ones.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you very much for your help. We'll be going now.
Yeah, whatever.
And I will, I guess, I probably already got something that's waterproof enough to prevent this stuff from getting damaged if it starts raining. So I'll put it all in there and run back to the mountain, I guess. The Wise Mountain.
Yeah. As you're leaving, you look west, and you see that it seems like there was a very large earth slide.
Oh, no.
Over in the general vicinity of the Sweet Valley. And you're wondering whether this is going to cause flooding soon. But, you know, that's neither here nor there, I suppose.
Yeah, that's okay. We're going up on a mountain. We're on high ground.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, it's not going to be, you know, like a tsunami flooding. It's going to be, you know, there's going to be a new delta, basically, and the river's got to find a new way to go.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's going to take a while. Okay, so... so you get back to the,
Okay, we are here.
No, you get back to the camp, where...
We're just gonna walk on through.
Okay, then just ignore them, and Nina's ignoring you too, so that's just...
Yeah, I wave, and then just continue walking.
Yeah, so you get back up to the top. Your calves are just smoking right now.
My ass is gonna look great after this.
Yeah.
All right, we'll approach the dragon. How's the kid dragon doing?
He's just
better?
sleeping.
Okay.
You know, time heals all wounds, including those caused by massive,
massive
crossbow bolts the size of a telephone pole. Sure, whatever.
Yep.
You know, just sleep it off. It'll be all right.
So we'll approach the dragon. So,
You have returned.
Yeah. So we got everything on the list that you gave us.
Indeed.
So I'll hand him over.
And he like picks them up very delicately between 2 of his ginormous fingernails that are each the size of like a Honda Civic hood.
Yep.
Or no, bigger than that. It's like an F-350 hood. It's big.
Dang. Okay.
And he looks at them and goes,
Yes, these do seem to be the correct forms. I thank you for your assistance.
and he takes this like
problem, man.
itty bitty quill between the nails, and just starts like filling them in like very minutely. He's got very deft script for being so big. You can tell he's had a lot of practice recently with handwriting
Writing things.
Yeah.
Yep.
So his quillmanship is really kind of top notch.
There anything else we can be doing to help you out?
If you could simply stand by until I'm complete with this parchment work and then deliver it to the treasury for me.
Oh yeah, so we gotta head back to the capital anyway to get these shackles off, so that'll be fine.
Oh, I see that those are plot shackles.
Yeah, they're pretty bullshit, honestly. Hey, can you cast heal?
No.
Can you cast greater restoration?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay, never mind.
Anyway, I have a lot of parchment work to do, so if you don't mind being quiet now.
Yeah, we'll just hang out.
It takes him like hours because he keeps having to like open books and like, you know, reference things and figure out like what this number is and what that rate's supposed to be and what time of year this thing is supposed to apply and what time of the, you know, it's like, it's insane. And you can kind of, you're getting a bit of a thread of what he's going through because he's kind of muttering as he works through it, kind of describing what he's looking for. But his muttering is quite loud and boomy, and it shakes the ground. But as the sun sets, he clears his throat, indicating that he's ready to talk again.
Nice. I look over.
I thank you for your patience. Yes, I am now done with the parchment work required to give myself status or assert my status as a tax levying collecting agent, as well as the rate at which I will then deliver certain percentages of these taxes back to the crown.
Okay. Cool.
Next time, I'm just going to kill everyone. This was not worth it.
Don't kill me.
There's been a lot of times in the last couple days I've been thinking similar things, but it's all good.
We'll pay the tax.
yeah, so
we just don't want to have a arbitrarily levied tax.
Well, I mean, at least a dragon I can respect.
I think we
Okay.
can kill him.
Yeah. Okay.
What was that?
We'll table that for now. So you want us to drop this stuff off at the treasury?
Indeed.
All right. Yeah, we'll take care of that for you.
Yeah, and so he hands you those pieces of parchment as well as like a stack of about 50 more.
Jesus. All right.
And
Can't wait to walk down the mountain with all this.
Don't lose it.
Yeah, I'll try not to. Yeah, that would suck, huh? All right. I will, I guess for safety then, take it and then I'll turn it into my wolf form so it just gets absorbed into me, and now it can't be lost and it can't like get wet or anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Success. You've done that. Are you just running straight back to the capital?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. It's like around midnight probably by the time you get back there.
We will, she probably won't believe it, but as we're going through the camp, if Nina's still like awake and around, like, hey, just so you know, the dragon problem's taken care of. We got his paperwork here. We're gonna drop it off at the treasury. You should be able to go home soon.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Give her 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, she kind of like, uh-huh. The Daenerys meme of her like, yeah, okay. Yeah. And you guys roll out.
Yeah, as I'm walking away, I go, bitch.
What was that?
I run back and say,
those me calling you a bitch.
I am so sorry he said that to you.
Yeah.
I just, if you ever just want somebody to talk
Get
to,
out. Go.
Kicking me out.
So-
Oh my!
Bye.
Yeah.
I just run full bore back to the
Bye.
capital.
Yeah.
Can't believe you hurt me like that.
Okay. Yeah. So, the next day, you're able to deliver that to the treasury, and the cat kind of like thumbs through it all, and is like,
Yeah, this looks like this is in order.
Cool. How does the dragon find out about that?
We'll let him know.
Okay, sounds good. Task complete, I guess.
Not up for me to decide, but maybe go back to the castle.
Nope, that's the plan. So, go back to the castle.
okay.
And I'll wait. Does the Duke come out?
He does. After some
Okay.
time, it seems like the word has gotten around that things are looking pretty good at this point. To some extent, and so like the herald kind of like whispers something in his ear, and he steps out, and there's a lot of murmuring as the crowd has regathered to hear what happens, and so the Duke waits for everyone to be quiet and says, "Good people of the land of plenty, standing before you now are 2," and it sounds like he's about to say like upstanding, but he doesn't. He just says, "Members of our clan, who have completed the labors as I set out for them. They successfully deciphered the riddle of the orchards of the Sweet Valley. They ended the threat to our crops in the harvest plains, and they have ensured that everyone is doing all taxing according to our nation's fair laws. As such, I declare these 3 labors complete." And there's a large round of applause, and everyone's cheering and clapping. But he holds up his hand and says, "However, in the course of completing these labors, some things went, let's say, awry. In atoning for their previous crimes, it seems that these 2 miscreants have committed many, arguably far worse crimes in the process. These include, but are not limited to, causing unrest by running through every area as a wolf, causing general panic among the populace,
Sir, he can't
Civil
control that he's a
disturbance.
wolf.
destruction of crops, and nuking an entire city.
That city was asking for it.
As he's saying this, I take my robe off and then start shitting on the ground.
And he says, "For this, I sentence you to death." And
I
then
take my robe off and
then
start
the plot
spraying.
shackles explode and kill you.
No.
Okay, cool. I
Maybe
use
they-
my feature to stay at 1 hit point, but then the sun comes out and I fade to dust.
And then you die.
Yeah, and then you double die.
Perfect.
I don't need hands to conjure magic.
I think
Yeah.
I don't think.
the plot shackles turn into a 3 mile by 3 mile by 200 foot block of dirt.
Yeah.
Falls on
That
us and
already
crushes
happened.
us.
We avoided that.
They teleport you into the sun and you die.
Yep.
I'm pretty
Sad.
tan. I can deal with the little sunlight.
All right. And that's the end of the labors.
I really like the idea of a dragon that's just like burdened by administrative bullshit. And that's why they can't go on their rampage. I didn't
Yeah.
fill all my forms up.
Yeah. Well, he's not planning on rampaging.
Well, it sounds like he's planning on doing it next time.
Yeah. If this,
Which, honestly, fair.
fair enough. The land of plenty, man. They're crazy here. Yeah, but that was it.
That poor druid.
Poor bear. Honestly, if anybody suffered in this episode, it was the bear.
Yeah, that bear.
Real cutie.
Well, the druid is still around.
Yeah, but nobody cares about him. It's his bear companion
It's
that
his cute
everybody
bear.
loves. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked that you had the like angry, glowing red eyes bear as part of the picture with the druid, and then your token picture was just like a cute little real life.
It's
bear.
like
Yeah.
I would love to hug that bear. Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would love to hug you too.
I'm sure it would.
It's a grizzly, so you probably don't want to.
Yeah,
Mhm.
probably more a black bear. They're
Yeah,
generally
black
more
bears?
friendly.
Yeah, no worries. They'll be fine. Grizzly bears, not so much.